system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system. Here's the truth about the system that'll the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. The truth about the mind that'll fuck up your mind. That'll fuck up your the truth about that'll fuck up your the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind. Here's the truth about the system that'll
warning, 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 warning.
Truth about the that'll fuck up your the truth about the that'll fuck up your truth about the that'll fuck up your truth about the system that'll fuck up your mind.
Warning, 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 warning.
Truth about the system that'll
the saga begins. Begin war. I'll draw first blood, be the first to set it off. My cause, tap all jaws, lay down laws. We take away souls, we do jokes, rust the doors. Here come the D's, trying to make breeze, the guns toss. In full force, the team will go at your main source. My non-Taurus, hit bosses and take hostage. Your whole setup, from the ground up, we lock shit. Blood flood your eye, fuck up your optics. Switch to kill instincts for niggas pop shit. Your nigga know it was the topic. 9 pound, we rocked it. 96 strike back with more hot shit. Illuminate, my team will glow like radiation with no time for patient or complication. Let's get it done right, my click airtight. Trapped in the never-ending gunfights, and niggas lose stripes and lose life. Jail niggas sending kites to the street over some beef that wasn't fully cooked. Finish them off, well done me. Then said 22 slug to your head. Travel all the way down to LA.
And yo, it's hell on earth. Who's next are gonna be first? The projects is front line, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you. It's right in front of your eye. And yo, it's hell on earth. Who's next are gonna be first? The projects is front line, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, yo, it's right in front of your eye. We rep the QBC, nigga rep yours, it's all love. Millie stack bound, heavily guarded by hollow tip slug. Then crack down and wanna be thugs. Adapt the gas sound and bow down. Slow the fuck up, see how I'm found now? Articulate, hitting body parts to start shifting shit. Never hesitate, it's the rap game unlimited. Sign my roster, we can do this. Forever infinite, then reminisce. 20 years later, how we was getting it. Either with me, go against the grain, you better hit me. Legging me, you're robbing me. Niggas better bother me, cause it's a small world. The niggas talking like bitches. Bitches singing like snitches. Pointing you out in pictures. Cause she rep the beauty seed faithfully. Play you hating me. All that bullshit, it's just making me more the better. The concentrate on getting cheddar. Your shorty set you up, you better dead her. I told you, take and mold you, son you, then I hold you like a pimp, mind control you, double edge, blow you, hand up B.I. like I'm supposed to. The click is coastal, international, you local. Bacardi mix, physically fixed. Hit you with shit that'll leave a loose nigga stiff, properly fixed. Son, I solved them, pulled them in my world and involved them in chaos. Walk the beat like around the wake cops. The app is pissed off. QB City Godfather Part 3, Gotti Gambino and Ty Nitty. Scarface, rest in peace. Who's next are gonna be first? The project is frontline, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, hey yo, it's right in front of your eyes. Hell on earth, who's next are gonna be first? The project is frontline, and the enemy is one time. I ain't gotta tell you, hey yo, it's right in front of your eyes.
Yo, the heavy metal king hold big shit with spare clips. You see clips when the max spit, your top got split. Laying dead with open eyes, close his eyelids. Turn off his light, switch to darkness. It's deep in the abyss of street life. Blood on my kick, shit on my knife. Use the wild child kick or turn the men into mice. I was born to take power, leave my mark on this planet. The phantom of crime rap, niggas left stranded. Shut down your operation, close for business. Leave a foul taste in your mouth like Guinness. POW niggas is found, MIA. We move like special forces, Green Beret. Heavily around my throat, I don't play shit brand new. Back in 89 the same way. The guard P, walk with a limp, see. But simply to simplify shit, no man could go against me. Test me, you must be bent, G. Don't tempt me, I had this full clip for so long, it needs to empty. The reason why I full for so long, cause I don't waste it. You properly hit, blood in your mouth so you can taste it. Quiet is kept, I lay back and watch the world spin. I hear thugs claiming that they gonna rob them all when they see us. I tell you what, black, here's the issue, it's a package deal. You rob me, you take these missiles along with that. I ain't your average cat, fuck rap. I'm tryna make cream and that's that. Whatever it takes, however it got to go down. 4 mics on stage, a motherfucking 4 pound. Speakers leaking out sound and niggas leaking on the ground. I can truly care less, the guard gon' get his regardless, blow for blow. Let's find out who hit hardest. This rap artist used to be a stick up artist. Stick up artist. Sometimes I test myself, see if I still got it alive.
Yo, I shatter dreams like Jordan, assault and batter your team. Your squadron will be barred from rap like Adam and Eve from the garden. I'm carving my initials on your forehead, so every night before bed you see the BP shine off the board head. Reverse that, I curse at the first whack. Nigga with the worst rap, cause he ain't worth jack. Hit him with 1,000 pounds of pressure per slap. Make his whole body jerk back. Watch the earth crack, hand him his purse back. I'm the first Latin rapper to die for your skull. Master the flow, niggas be swerving, I'm blacking and cold like Nat King. I be rapping in tongues, packing the ones, magnums, cannons, and Gatling guns. Big Pun, the one and only son of Tony Montana. You ain't promised manana in the rotten Montana. Come on, Fana, we need more rhymes. Feeling marijuana, snake bite, anaconda. A man of honor would wanna try to match my persona. Sometimes rhyming, I blow my own mind like Nirvana. Comma, and go the whole 9 like Madonna. Go try to find another rhymer with my kind of grammar. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, faking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, faking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. Adrenaline, uncut, straight to the gut, medicine, more cure for pain. I quote your brain like polyurethane. Simple and plain, I'll explain it in layman terms. If you came to learn how to make fire, I'ma make it burn. Higher and hotter than lava, the scholar and Roger, as smart as MacGyver, could put honor inside the heart of a liar. Involved in a life of crime, fuck it, I like to shine. Up in the white and lime, touch
with the pipe design plushed out. Both pockets about to flush out. If you're not in it for this finish, get the fuck out, take a hike. We can even battle to make it right. Your head, lace the mic, you finish, say goodnight. Head to head in the street, I leave you dead in your feet, settling beef. I'll even let you rhyme to the Benjamin beat, but it won't matter. Your dream's still gon' shatter. It's a long ladder to climb, and mine is gonna stagger. So get out of town before I hit you with the loudest sound you ever heard. There's a bird playing throughout the pound. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, shaking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, shaking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, shaking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. You know the fun to dish you with your whole steeds is unofficial. I come and get you and let the desert ease. Tongue kiss you with one pistol and two clicks. I make you do flips like acrobatics. I'm charismatic. My dad is magic. It makes rappers disappear. Whisper in your ear, crystal clear. Come here, let me kiss your tears. Everything you fear is here. You ain't gotta search further. The first murder's the worst. Now I thirst further for reverse birth. Every verse hurts. Every curse word. You're ready more offending than Eddie Murph's worse. I thirst for blood like a vampire. Any man claiming his cam's tighter is a goddamn liar. I'll set him on fire, retire your chain of thought, drain a quart of blood out your brain, and leave you insane in the dark. The king of New York lays his crown and the boogie down and sprays the town with the Mac hoodie down. I'm no joke. I soak your face with the sweeper, die in disgrace. I face your death through the speaker. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, faking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, faking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, faking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination. When you awaken, your manhood to be taken, faking like you Satan. When I'm the rhyming abomination.
Yeah, remember me? Chino like the prison. I jism religion on niggas who think I'm bullshitting. Considering my position, my opposition, it gave me lots of vision. Imposter pissing, still niggas try to make me missing. I christen the dead. Roman killers that stick in their head. Unless you miss them with sand. Start kneeling and pissing in bed. I pistol the feds, slap cop, top notch. The only thing y'all outlining chalks a game of hopscotch.
Watch my shit like a flamethrower, the frame blower. Came with the brain exploder inside the Range Rover. Load the 16 holder, lay you and your dame over. Banging your main soldier till my aim strain my shoulder. My rap game solar, the platinum chain polar. You flip a change cover, I'ma hit your vein motor. 125 grains, rearrange your rover. Nigga train your rover for the red rum, stain of soul. We could've came from out the bushes, laid you flat where you live.
We allowed you cowards to live.
Word up, we could've ran up in your house and put the gun in your kids, but
we allowed you cowards to live.
No doubt. Seen you walking out the bank and stick the gat to your ribs.
We allowed you cowards to live.
Yeah, we could've flipped it rubber with handles and handled our biz, but
we allowed you cowards to
we
live.
allowed you cowards to fight the heist if you treasure your life. Cause my trife is measured and nice. Put your wife at the edge of my knife, and it'll be my pleasure to slice. The bitch will be forever with Christ. Get hit twice with this real nice Beretta device. Nigga plays to your north face, but feathers in flight. Let my lead strike and sever your life, leaving you red and wet in the night. Head bright from infrared sight. Cop back squeeze and let it ignite. Placing your body where the bed bugs bite. Baby, you thug right, a slug might open your mug light. I'm checking your blood type, the drug life. We hop on the rolls, shopping for clothes, rocking our foes. Put you in the coffin with the top of it closed, you know? Put a fucking Glock to your nose. Run up in your spot for the O's, a blow. Shove cock in your hole. We about to blow. Nothing stopping the dough. Most popular flow. Like ice, I'm at the top of the globe.
I ain't made a record in 3 years, and that's why you rich.
We allowed you cowards to live.
Yo, I could've kidnapped your babies, left ransom notes on they bibs, but
we allowed you cowards to live.
Yo, you'll be holding your breath forever, tongue kissing the fish, cause we
allowed you cowards to live.
Yo, it's It's Cool G Rap, Chino Excel, son, you know who this is.
We allowed you cowards to
We
live.
allowed you cowards to live. I feel like the future literally, cause it's never been proven if any man alive is capable of seeing me. I'm he that walked the earth in infamy. Excel shitting on niggas like Cool G Rap did all the cats on the first symphony. So you'll get from me, do it separately, cause the best MCs always float to the top and like the son of John F. Kennedy. She forever be on Jersey live shit. Battle, you won't survive it. Tommy Mottola wish he could trade lives with. I'm weak how you figure yo blows and never like oregano. I'm innovational, mind unattainable, merciful, vocal, verbal, versatile, killing these niggas recreational, universally dispersed, the curse burst, controversial, illest on nerve so, out of this world like Captain Kirk so, get Patty Hearst though, commit you to the dirt slow, even worse though, high yellow chino, leave you needing what a nurse know, cypher with me, you getting hurt, yo, friend or foe, catch an L in a circle like a fucking Lexus
We
logo.
could've ran up in your house and put the gun in your kids, but we allowed you cowards to live.
Yo, you'd be holding your breath forever, tongue kissing a fish, but we allowed you cowards to live.
Yeah, we could've flipped rubber grip handles and handled our biz, but we allowed you cowards to live.
Yo, it's Cool G Rap and Chino Excel, you know who this is. We allowed you cowards to live.
Knock him out, G. Knock him out the box. Knock him out, yeah. Let him live, son.
Greetings. I hope you enjoyed this musical intro based off of an aesthetic that is basically put together by my own musings on electronic music and 90s hip hop, but yeah, thank you for indulging me in my long introductions, and welcome to The Machine Lies, where we talk about the lies of the machine on the machine that lies. And again, I have lots of tabs open on my computer, so I don't know if I'll be coming in clear on this camera here, and I may be shutting this off here so you guys can take a better look at my ugly mug. But really, this show is not about me, right? And how, presentable or imprecise my delivery might be, but it's more to present to you guys a less authored and less available chapter about the development of human ideas. And I find that the story is not often told about why we're experiencing a very strange development within human ideas, right? And this is the idea of comparing nature, right, to man's creations, right? And the anthropomorphizing of both God and nature, right? And the anthropocentrism of man, right? Extrapolated to the cosmos, right? This is the scientific worldview, right? That began with the statement, right? As above, so below, right? And also with the statement that man is the measure of all things, right? So we're talking about, and we're continuing just a little bit of our presentation that we did last time, right? We did a presentation in the beginning last time, right? We were explaining Katie. Okay. Don't know what they said, Katie, but yeah, it's good to see you, but yeah, we talk about, it's funny because I'm introducing some of the topics that I was referring to in my previous discussions and trying to simplify them towards a mass audience, right? So in terms of man is the measure of all things, a statement about Protagoras, right, and the pre-Socratics, right? We're talking about a view of nature, right? That man can come to understand the cosmos. The cosmos was a term that was actually invented by Pythagoras, right? So you got these two guys, Protagoras and Pythagoras, right? Protagoras says it's all language, right? Pythagoras says it's all math, right? And they come to different ideas and conclusions, right? The sophists, right, who said that everything's language, right? Everything's composed of words, right? Right. He said, if we go back to Gorgias, right? He said the logos is not present in the things that are, right? So he's saying reality does not necessarily match our descriptions, right? Okay. Okay. Now, the idea that reality is always changing and it's all based on perception, right? This idea took the unchanging truth, right? Because these symbols have permanent value and meaning, right? So these concepts that have permanent value and meaning, they had to be taken out of nature, right? And placed within the transcendental realm, right? Then you see God placed within that transcendental realm. So then God is taken out of nature and placed within the transcendental realm, right? Right. And this constitutes a unique progression of ideas, a unique synthesis about God and nature and man, right? Right. Pretty soon, man becomes defined by his creation's ability to manipulate nature, right? He becomes superior to nature, right? Okay. Okay. But then pretty soon, right? Man becomes subject to his own creations, right? He creates, right? And what he creates recreates mankind himself, right? Right? We shape tools, and then the tools we use shape us, right? We become what we behold, in a sense, right? Right? Okay. Used to be I think, therefore I am. Now it's I see, therefore I become, right? The world of becoming, right? Existentialism, right? World of change, right? Okay. And this is how logos was first conceived, right? As the thing that imbues chaos within matter. Nature was seen as a static thing. Logos was seen as the mind that actually gives life to things, right? So it creates chaotic movement and it creates desire and strife within things, right? Striving, right? Right. And indeed, Heraclitus said that all is strife, right? Okay. So he put the nature as basically becoming. That's where Parmenides put our perceptions, right? Right. Right. But he said truth is beyond that, right? Truth is one, doesn't change. Change is an illusion, said Parmenides, right? Okay. Change is an illusion. Yeah, exactly. Be careful. Beware. Not everybody can handle it. Not everybody can handle it, folks. Right? They can't look at those fundamental ideas about nature and being and man and God without tripping themselves up. Right? Of course, you got to have some type of a heart that desires truth, desires goodness, right? Before you even begin the pursuit, right? Or else you'll get lost, right? You'll want to try to manipulate people or gain power in the world, right? You think knowledge is about the pursuit of power, right? People get caught up, right? Side quests, right? When they should be trying to know what's true and what's good, right? Anyways, let me go back to the main themes that we were presenting, right? So we looked at the ideas that came from those minds, right? Okay, and I mentioned four thinkers, extremely fundamental, right? Four works, really, extremely fundamental, right? Okay. One was the De Anima that talked about the hierarchy of spirit within matter, right? Okay, consciousness as it manifests, right, within plants, animals, humans, right? Okay, so De Anima is a book by Aristotle, right? And it's a book about sort sort of combining metaphysics and psychology, behaviorism with biology and different aspects, right? It's about how the spirit moves through life, right? In nature, right? De Anima, right? So this work, okay, it's the beginning of a understanding of nature, right? Hierarchy of being in nature. Okay. Then you have the Summa Theologica, okay, of St. Thomas Aquinas. He put God and nature within two separate spheres, just as he put the church and the state within two separate spheres, right? All right. And he put faith and reason in two separate spheres, separate but equal, right? Okay. And he used Aristotelian philosophy about the separation in form and matter, okay, and the development of spirit within matter and the hierarchy of being and all of these concepts that he borrowed from Aristotle's philosophy, right? This is in the Summa Theologica. Okay, then in the 1600s, you have Newton, right? Who wrote an end to philosophy, right? Okay. The Principia Mathematica, right? Philosophia Perennis, right? And also Bertrand Russell and Alfred North Whitehead, right? Who wrote the Principia Mathematica, combining logic and math, right? So there it comes full circle, right? Aristotle invented logic, right? Okay. By the time of Aquinas, you took God out of nature, right? By the time of Newton, nature was reduced to a mechanistic system, right? By the time of Bertrand Russell, okay, attempts to understand math and language had recombined, right? All right. Attempts to understand math and language had recombined, right? Okay, so these four works constitute an analysis that is long drawn. All right. Let me explain it to you this way, right? By the words of Comte, Auguste Comte, right? Since I have this book right next to me, right? Whoops. Let me try to explain it this way to you guys. Now, according to Auguste Comte, there's three divisions, right? Within the development or evolution of knowledge, right? And he was the father of the positivist school, right? Also the father of sociology, I believe, right? Here he says, Introduction to the Positive Philosophy. Okay. Progressive growth of human mind viewed as a whole, for no idea can be properly understood apart from its history, right? This law consists in the fact that each of our principal conceptions, each branch of our knowledge passes in succession through three different theoretical states: the theological or fictitious state. Okay. So he's combining theological with fictitious. All right. The metaphysical or abstract state. Okay. And the scientific or positive state. In other words, the human mind, by its very nature, makes use of successively of each of these researches of three methods of philosophizing. Okay. So let's examine those three, right? He said there's a theological or fictitious understanding, right? Then there's a metaphysical or abstract understanding. And finally, there's a scientific or positive understanding that's based on history, right? Okay. Let me go look at the chat real quick. I see some notable individuals have entered the chat. You know, but I want to clarify these points. Okay, I'm going to clarify these points by Auguste Comte, right? And let me see. Oh yeah, I already put all these comments up. Nobody's really writing in the chat other than Lanza, Green Diesel, Lanza. Thank you for being here. We got Reddington in the building. Blessings. Um, we got the homie Infamare Infidelis. When one has an understanding, they need not refer to the words of others to convey their understanding. True. This is the folly of the wise. Yeah, very true. Very true. And you find with August Compta, big time fool. Big time fool. We're not co signing the words and terms of August Compta. We're just simply demonstrating what the uh, conventional understanding is of where these arts came from, right? They say they came in successive modes. Okay. Now we question that assumption, right? We question the assumption of the hierarchy of being. We question the assumptions of Aristotle's philosophy, right? And we've done that in the past, right? But the fact of the compartmentalization of knowledge and then being placed in these hierarchical modes, the way August Comte just did, right? It applies the idea of evolution to the various architectonic arts, right, that humanity develops. Okay. Now, I don't even think that that's correct because you can't separate truth from truth, right? These arts are as ancient as humanity itself, right? There was not a time when man was not, right? All right. Okay. All right. But now, if you go to the school, right, and they quote the fools of our age, right? Are you going to be able to defeat their understanding? Right? Not if you don't even know what they teach, right? Or what's foolish about it. So that's basically square one, right? Right? We have to know, in a way, know your enemy, know what you're up against, right? That's wise, right? you know, you know. But with Comte, he says there's three modes, right? Now he's willing to put the religious in the fictitious mode, which I think is a little presumptuous, right? Okay. A little presumptuous. And we saw our friend on Flow State. Very interesting performance about theology and all that type of stuff. But yeah. Let's go to Comte's understanding theology, right? In a fictitious mode, then philosophy coming out of the theological mode, right? Then the scientific mode coming out of the philosophical mode. In a way, he's right, right? Because the secular understanding of deconstructing religion did come from the philosophical, where they moved to the deistic God, and then they took that deistic God and applied it back into nature, right? Right. Right. And created a sort of panentheism, right? And that's where you get the scientific understanding, right? It comes more from Spinoza. Okay, Spinoza was perfectly scientific thinker, right? but he was not a deist. He was more of a type of panentheist, right? He thought that God was in nature, right? Inside, right? Within, right? But anyways, and you see that with some of the occultists. You definitely see that with Swedenborg, the neo-pagans, right? That's how that's what influenced the philosopher Immanuel Kant, right? Okay. Now, before the philosophy of the Enlightenment tried to um, put man, right, at the center of its ethic, right? Man centered ethic, right? From humanism, right, to the one of the machine in utilitarianism, right? The ethic of the machine, as Skolmowski says, right? Okay, I think the idea of empiricism, right, or the idea of reducing nature to mechanism, right, separating mind from matter, from nature, right, right. And as we saw, that it's been proven time and again that nature is an intelligent system, right? Anyways, right. The understanding that these different successive modes actually ruined man's understanding, right? Okay. Okay. It goes back to the ideas and writing of Immanuel Kant, right? And I'm going to open up some of the work here, Critique of Pure Reason, and read some of his preface, right? Look at some of Kant's preface. Because he makes some interesting comments about who is his who is his influences for writing what he writes, right? And I'm going to look at the preface, not to the first edition, but published here is the preface for the second edition. And I'm going to read some of this shit. You know what I mean? From the Critique of Pure Reason, right? And just the introduction, right? His own introduction to his own philosophy, right? So, so it's an introduction to an introduction, right? Right. So that might cue you guys in. This is not going to get simpler than that, right? Right. But what I want you to see is this historical analysis of how ideas sort of spread throughout history, right? That'll let you know where the foundation of German idealism understands its own foundations of the spread of ideas throughout history, right? Okay. These same Germans that brought you the postmoderns and the Frankfurt School and all this type of stuff, right? Phenomenology, Nietzsche and Hegel and Martin Luther, right? And centuries and centuries and centuries of European schism, right? Right. Let's analyze why they're such unique thinkers. Oh, they are, right? Anyways, this is from the preface of the second edition. It says whether someone's treatment of the cognitions, pertaining to reason, pertaining to reason's business does or does not follow the secure path of a science. This we can soon judge from the result. If after many preparations and arrangement have been made, the treatment falters as soon as it turns to its purpose, or if in order to reach that purpose it repeatedly has to retrace its steps to enter upon a different path, or again, if various collaborators cannot be brought to the degree and manner, then the common aim is to be achieved, and we may rest assured that such endeavor is still far from having entered upon the secure path of a science, right? So what's his whole, you know, what's the most important thing for Kant is to establish a secure methodology in which they can reach truth, right? Okay, to adequately align our perceptions with our conceptions, right? Okay, the internal with the external, the objective with the subjective, right? Okay. Okay, so he thinks he solved the problem of dualism, right? By creating the a priori faculties, right, which is the internal framework used to perceive the world, okay, and the external world, right, which is based on the empirical analysis, right, of the sense data, right. Anyways, he says logic has been following the secure path from earliest times. This is evident from the fact that since Aristotle, it has not needed to retrace a single step, right? Okay. So where does Kant say that logic came from? Right? He says it came from Aristotle, right? Right. And notice we said earlier that Skolmowski and other thinkers agreed that Aristotle coined the term logic, right? He also coined the term epistemology in biology, okay? And theology, right? Okay? And technology, right? All of these are ideas created by Aristotle, words created by Aristotle to convey ideas and concepts and terms, which then basically connote areas of study or analysis, right? That can be subjected to empirical analysis, right? Right? Through finding data and facts in the world, right? Observing nature, right? And so on and so forth, right? Okay. So this was very important for Kant, right? Right? He talks about Aristotle, right? He says he basically laid down the foundations of logic. Logic. Excuse me. Sorry. Logic. Yeah, Aristotle laid down the foundations of logic, is what I was trying to say. Or setting it forth on a more distinct and determinate way were to be counted as improvements of logic, even though they pertain more to the elegance of that science than to its being secure. Another remarkable fact about logic is thus far it has not been able to advance a single step, and hence is to all appearances closed and complete. Okay. Closed and complete. Um, yeah. Yeah, that's right. He made his own words. You know, that's actually philosophers do that all the time, right? Kant made his own words, right? Freud made his own words, right? Like the subconscious mind and the unconscious mind, right? These are just concepts created by Freud, right? Right? They create concepts, themes, ways of perceiving the world, right? You know, Aristotle even created the word energy, right? This is a remarkable fact, right? He created the word energy, right? Okay. But yeah, let me go on because he kind of talks about this here. Logic is thus far it has not been able to advance a single step, hence is to all appearances closed and completed. It is true that some of the more recent philosophers have meant to expand logic, right? Okay. Okay, we do not augment sciences but corrupt them if we follow their boundaries to overlap. But the boundary of logic is determined quite precisely by the fact that logic is a science that provides nothing but a comprehensive exposition of strict proof of the formal rules of all thought, right? Of all thought. That logic has been so successful in following the secure path of science is an advantage that it owes entirely to its limitations. They entitle it, even obligated, to abstract from all objects of cognition and their difference. Hence, in logic, the understanding deals with nothing more than itself and its form. Reason naturally had to find it's far more difficult to enter upon the secure path of science when dealing not just with itself, but also with objects. But the same token, logic is a um propedeutic. I don't know what that means. Propedeutic. 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 You know, I've already read this once, but you know, this is like a Alice in Wonderland type of word, dude. And I'm gonna put this on the screen because I kid not. I kid you not. Propedeutic. Okay, an introduction to a subject or area of study. Interesting. That seemed like what he's doing, right? In his entire thesis there, right?
Propedeutic. 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 Propedeutic.
Wow. hesitant to reach a conclusion. That does sound like what it's a word for, honestly. While for the judging of such knowledge, we do indeed presuppose a logic, yet for its acquisition, we must look to what are called sciences properly and objectively. Now, insofar as what is to be reason in these sciences, something in them must be cognized a priori. More reasons cognition can be referred to the object of cognition in two ways, either in order to merely to determine the object of its concepts, which must be supplied from elsewhere in order to make it actual as well. The first is reasons theoretical, the second is practical cognition. In both, the pure part, i.e., the part in which reason determines the object entirely a priori, must be set forth all by itself beforehand, no matter how much or how little it may contain. First, not mixed with this part comes from the other sources, for we follow bad economic procedure if we blindly spend what comes in and are afterwards unable. When the procedure falters to distinguish which part of the income can support the expenditure and which must be cut from it. So he's talking about two different modes of ideas already, right? He's talking about the internal framework, the a priori framework that understands ideas and concepts, and then the external information, the practical cognition, okay, that we take upon observing information from the external world, right? Okay. So he's saying combining those two, right? And he said the first to figure it out was the Greeks, right? The Greeks, right? Right. This is a German guy saying this, right? Mathematics has been following the secure path of science since the earliest times for which the history of human reason extends it. It did so already among the admirable people, the Greeks. Okay? So we got both of them figured out. We got logic figured out with Aristotle, got mathematics figured out, right? The Greeks figured it all out, right? Math, logic, right? Those two put on secure footing, right? Okay. I'm going to be here for 3 hours or so. And then we'll do another stream tomorrow. Let me drop this link here. You know what I mean? See if anybody wants to come up and talk. You know what I mean? But yeah, thanks for being here, buddy. You know what I mean? I really appreciate it. The people that are here, you know? The Greeks. The Greeks. Okay, let me see this. He mentioned some other thinkers as well. I'll go through his little list here. Um hmm. Yeah, I can't find where he mentioned Locke, but I'm pretty sure he does mention John Locke as well. Okay, we got our friend here.
What's up? Hey, um, yeah, I thought he mentioned Locke in his preface, and I think he does. I'm just not seeing it because I'm kind of skipping around here. But yeah, was Kant aware of Locke? I think he was. I think it's safe to say he was, right? He was aware of Hume. I think he was aware of Locke. Anyways, see, he said, rather, I believe for a long time it was still so among the Egyptians. Mathematics did no more than grope about than its transformations into a science. So, logic and math, two things necessary to build a science, right? Okay. Okay. From that point onward, the route that mathematics had to take no longer be missed from the secure path of a science and entered upon to be traced out. So when things enter upon the path to be a science, right, he thinks they're basically done developing. This is the same thing that Auguste Comte was saying, right? That all these layers of truth, the fictitious, right? The which I guess he's combining with the aesthetic and the religious ideas, right? And then the abstract or philosophical mode, right? Which I guess he's combining with the theoretical, right? And then also the positive mode, which he's basically conflating with the scientific, right? So he's saying when you finally gain concretized information, right, by observing the phenomenon, right, in the external world and gaining notes and things about it, then you actually develop a science. Right? When things get fortified into a science, then they're actually developed fully. Right. So basically, you know, so logic becomes a science, math becomes a science. That's what Kant is saying here, right? Essentially. But yeah, thank you, Lonnie. Blessings.
It certainly did become a science with logic. I mean, would they have all their own special notations and symbols and whatnot?
Yeah, and it's funny that you know, when it comes to Quine, it seems like he comes to the conclusion that logic needs grammar and language. So logic is to language what science is to math, essentially. And it basically defines the elementary symbols, and he kind of came to the conclusion that philosophy and science sort of need each other because those statements that the scientists make, they have to make logical sense. They have to have meaning, right? So it's basically philosophers that figure out the meaning, in terms of the words and ideas, right? So yeah, it's interesting, like philosophy being the handmaiden of science. I could sort of see that, but also how it sort of gave rise to science. It's sort of the mother of science in a lot of ways, that it gave birth to this monster that it can't really control and it can't really comprehend its achievements, right?
And like a rebellious teen, the scientists are like saying, well, not all, but a bunch of them say like, "Oh, who needs philosophy anymore?"
Yeah, right. They're prematurely dismissing philosophical insights, even though they're pregnant with philosophical ideas. Right? They themselves can't escape philosophical value judgments in their own statements.
Exactly.
But um, who the hell is this? Is this Cecil? Yeah, you got to stop moving around real quick, Holmes, so I can even see who this is. Oh yeah, that's Cecil. Yeah, all right, for sure. Yeah, you got that bright ass light, and then you're moving around. I was like, what the? I was like, what is that? I was like, is that Earthworm Jim? What the fuck is this?
Dude, I play your show at like on the speakers on my van at high volume in the ghetto. People have a tendency to just like leave me alone. You should see some of the looks that I get. They're like, "We better not fuck with that motherfucker. He might be crazy." Yeah. Anyway, as you were.
Yay, yay. Yeah. But this is what he says. He says natural science took much longer to hit upon the high road of science. Interesting. So he's saying that it didn't really develop enough science the way math and logic already started going in ancient times. So for about a century and a half, they passed since the ingenious Bacon. Okay, so he's saying Bacon is like the genius. Bacon Verulum made the proposal that partly prompted this road's discovery and partly insofar the same were already on the trail of this discovery invigorated it farther. This discovery too can be explained only by a sudden revolution in people's way of thinking. I shall take the account of natural science only insofar as it's founded on empirical principles. See, there's his thing. You know, he thinks empiricism is the shit, right? So in the 1700s, he thought, "Oh shit, once you get once you put things on empirical principles, that's where the natural sciences finally get going." Right? And he's saying who established that? He said Galileo, Torricelli, right? Stalt, Stahl, no, Stahl. With all these investigators of nature comprehended reason has insights into what it itself produces according to its own plan, and that reason must not allow nature by itself to keep it in leading strings, as it were. Crazy. That's what he says. I'll read that again. He says, well, all these investigators of nature comprehended was that reason has insights only into what itself produces according to its own plan, and that reason must not allow nature by itself to keep it in leading strings, as it were. What a weird thing to say, right?
Very strange.
Yeah. Like reason's gotta like separate itself from nature. It's gotta like go above nature. Like he said that the empiricists found this out, right? It really goes with my introductory motherfucking presentation. Shit. You know what I mean? Damn. Hot damn. Let me reiterate my points. Right. Yeah, Cecil, I'm gonna mute you for a second. You got a little bit of noise there.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem, man. Sorry.
yeah, but go ahead and unmute yourself if you want to say something. You're welcome. But yeah, the thing here is, uh, reason against nature, reason versus nature, man versus nature is really what he wants to say, right? In the development of the hierarchy of being, right? So this is a sort of a atheistic, gnostic, right? Conception about the fallen state, right? The idea that man has to rise above nature, right? Is the whole concept of evolution comes from that, right? So this idea is really, 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 really big, but you can see that this is pre-evolutionary times, that this is going into 1700s, right? But he's developing this idea through Swedenborg and all these ideas, the neo-paganism, right? So the concept of, man, right, using reason to go beyond nature, right? That something exists beyond nature, right? This is a transcendental world, right? Where reason exists, right? So reason taken out of nature, right? God placed in the world of reason apart from nature, right? This is the Summa Theologica, right? Right? So you have mythos, nature, people with divinities, right? Then you have logos, right? The transcendental world of the forms taken out of nature. Then you have theos, God placed into the supernatural world, right? Then you have mechanos, nature becoming totally dead stuff, matter, change, impermanence, right? Devoid of life, right? Then you have the evolutionary principle put back in nature as reason against nature, right? Trying to conquer nature through man, right? Which is this Hegelian Promethean principle, right? So the whole motherfucking thing comes full circle.
Sounds like grounds for transhumanism.
Oh yeah. It's the basis for it, right? The real basis,
Yep.
right? The real basis for transhumanism. Do you think these ideas just developed in a vacuum, right? Okay, these ideas came from the Greeks, right? And the Greeks knew a fundamental concept which says nature abhors a vacuum. Nothing develops in a vacuum. Nothing is impossible. From nothing, nothing comes, right? So you had law and necessity developing out of that understanding, right? Because they had to take it out of nature. Okay? Let me go on a little bit. So that was just a very weird statement by Kant. I mean, saying they're going against nature with reason. All right. All right. Weird. Strange. Mystical. Thus, reason must indeed approach nature in order to be instructed by it, he says, though. Thus, even physics owes that very advantageous revolution in its way of thinking to this idea, the idea that we must, in accordance with the reason it itself puts into nature, seek its nature, not attribute to it fictitiously. Whenever reason must learn from nature and would know nothing on its own. This is what put natural science for the very first time on a secure path of a science. Okay, so natural science, right? They actually called it natural philosophy before they called it natural science, right? And then they called it science, right? But that's exactly what the guy's saying here in the 1700s or whatever, that it wasn't yet developed. It wasn't fully ripened, right? It wasn't doing what they said it wanted to do, what it said it was going to do, right? Yo, what's going on? Okay, metaphysics, he said, is a speculative cognition by reason that is wholly isolated and rises entirely above being instructed by experience. Metaphysics is older than all other sciences and would endure even if all others were to be engulfed utterly by the abyss of an all annihilating barbarism. Fate, thus far, has not favored it to the point of enabling it to enter upon the secure path of a science. So there you go, Kant making the argument for the positivists that metaphysics is not a secure science. Right? So it's not a science the same way math and logic and all these things are. Right? Right? He's saying metaphysics is totally separated from that. Okay? Okay? Although he acknowledges that essentially science comes out of philosophy, right? That reason had to learn a lot from nature, right? But he finds only science that becomes developed is basic. So essentially, it goes through three phases, right? You can see a hierarchy of knowledge there, right? Where metaphysics is on the lowest stage, right? He says it's the most primitive form, right? Then you have math and logic, more refined, right? In the Greeks, right? Then they give rise to the natural sciences, right? In the medieval era, thanks to Aristotle, right? Through the refinement of math and logic, right? Which gives birth to the empirical sciences. Finally, science is born, right? So the things that have been put on a secure path of science, such as math and logic, can then be used to develop and refine the natural sciences, which then get turned into science itself. All right. So there you have his history, right? His history of philosophy and knowledge and the methodology of thought and understanding, right? Okay. This is for Kant, right? And why are we doing this? Because we're going to go ahead and challenge some of Kant's philosophy in the upcoming episode and so on and so forth, right? So we're just laying it out so far. We did the same with Aristotle too, right? They just lay it out there, right? And please join the panel if anybody wants to discuss anything. Thank you so much. Although I don't think anybody will. For that reason, I guess I'll play some music here and wait. See if anybody will join. So yeah, thank you. I'm gonna pin the link and see if anybody will join the panel. Thank you guys so much. Let me see what I got here. Give me 1 second, folks.
America's nightmare. Young, black, and just don't give a fuck. Run up in the courtroom and wet them up. Got nothing to lose but my handcuffs. Every man must choose to lay down or stand up. It's wartime. Everything is fair, no fear. When they said the homie murdered the judge, I don't care. Fuck him. He deserved it. Long as the homie get away and don't get caught for the crime, I encourage it. We rooting for the villain, black. Pouring out absolute salute. Niggas is shooting back. For self-defense, we bang pistol like Larry Davis or Brian Nichols. Every pig, every public official. The boomerang is coming back to eat you. You reap what you sowed, didn't you? The system you created a monster. And now you're scared because it's coming back to haunt you. I'ma rep my name and get my aim right. Let's have an overthrow and after party in the same night. Same height as Huey, same muscle built as Malcolm with the same circumstances in the hood. You know the outcome and read it in the news about the sergeant and your captain. Don't take this as a warning, just enough a nigga rapping. Fuck the way we organize and fuck the training and the grappling. And fuck them Uncle Tom who call police because we smack them. And fuck you sympathizers with your middle class reactions. So we banging on the system, G'd up, fuck the factions. And if you didn't know, the G was for George Jackson. A long live his warrior spirit, packing the magnum. Watching over the soldiers, know what niggas be lacking when we really need to be disciplined in our ways and actions. When we get some freedom, you niggas can start bragging. Till then, inside the blood in my eye. Like the birth of baby Muhammad, the movement I started to spar with the hardest, the martyr regarded as Spartacus hearted. It doesn't matter whose missiles can shoot the farthest when you're a target in an Afghan Judeberg forest. Close quarters combat over corrupted elections. Bilderberg is like cancer, it grows an infection. Nepotism is the golden, the conductor's connection, and ignorance is the prison that the people are kept in. The military ain't there for the people's protection, they're just there to protect an investment. That's why people get arrested, electrocuted, molested, connected. Streets are infested with those tired of protesting. Traumatized children thrown to guerrilla garrisons. 9/11 generations pale in comparison. And you will learn a lesson repeated through history, that no matter what you think, occupation is not victory. X-Men, Palace.
Greetings. Yeah, what's the deal here? Why am I talking about Kant? It's because, yeah, exactly. It's a basis for bioethics, modern art, right? The whole capitalist motif, right? Art for the sake of art, knowledge for the sake of knowledge, right? Science, the growth of science, the progress of science, right? Our understanding of the Greeks and Newton and mechanistic worldview and the empirical sciences and Francis Bacon and all of that type of stuff. It seems like all of that seems to agree a lot with Kant, right? In his basic understanding of the history of the development of knowledge, right? We're taught all these things in school, right? So they're basically made to be. And I think Cecil's totally frozen there. Yo,
Did you watch the
what's
Back
that?
to the Future thing?
Yo,
So, hey, Cecil, what's up with your predator optics? How come people say you're a predator and we look into it and it's true? How come you don't lie about to the audience about your predator optics? Cecil, do you know about this guy and what his charges and what he's involved in? TML? Do you ever ask him? You want to share with Mr. TML your predator optics? We got your records. Tell him your records. Tell him your predator optics. We got your records, dude. Go for it, Cecil.
what the, what the hell? Yo, he looked like a damn purple Skittle. Yo, Cecil, you there?
So,
Oh yeah, you were frozen as hell. But yeah.
yeah, I was taking care of some business on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, click the link if anybody wants to join because I'm essentially concluding this whole reading or whatever I'm doing here. But yeah. And I may end this early if nobody joins. It is what it is.
Supplementary information, I suppose.
Yeah, supplementary information to the last shit. I mean, I don't think a lot of people are gonna have critique of pure reason or really know what this dude's view was about history and all this type of shit. But like, it definitely is a strange view, and it's a highly particular view.
Can we do a
Right.
reading of Culture of Critique?
What is that? Who wrote that one?
I think so. I was discussing this with my friends last night over dinner. So Henry Ford of Ford Motors, the guy who, Henry Ford, the guy who invented like the Model T and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so he either wrote a book. I can't remember which book he authored. It's either Culture of Critique or the international small hat, but not the internet. He didn't say small hat. He said the other word that starts with a fish hook.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of funny. A lot of people throughout history, it's like some surprising people were actually rather small or anti those people. You know what I mean? But anyway, either Culture of Critique or um the international, that one.
Well, we had a snafu moment, and apparently that's all we get. We just got like 5 seconds with this dude. But yeah, I think his like internet failed or some shit. But yeah, we don't
That
get
guy,
anybody from.
that guy, just to add a little bit of a footnote on him, that's not even a real person. It's like a fabricated personality,
Oh
like a mask.
yeah,
Like you know what I mean? Like
yeah, I
multiple
can
people
see.
use that name, and you know,
Yeah, I can see that. But I
yeah.
think it's more of the zebra. The zebra is more of the character. It's like part of a crew.
Yeah.
TML, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
Did you
Yeah,
did you
you're on the
watch
show.
that Back to the Future video I sent you?
Oh yeah,
You did watch it.
yeah. Shit's wild, Holmes.
You see why when you were talking about 9/11, I wanted to share it with you.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Shit's crazy.
Now, the second question I have is Cecil, you want to tell everyone about your Predator optics? Because we got your records. You know about this guy Cecil's Predator optics, TML, or no? Has he ever shared with you guys his Predator optics? On record, by the way. You gonna share it out, Cecil? Tell him about your Predator optics.
His head's not moving.
He
But
has
yeah,
records of it. He knows what I'm talking about. Many people were like, "How come you haven't gone after Cecil? How could Cecil?" Well, we've known him being a predator for a long time. I'm surprised his records are more public and his Predator optics been public for a while online. I'm surprised you guys don't look at who you're talking to before you just sit side by side with them. So Cecil, go ahead and share with them your Predator optics because we're going to share your public records either way.
yeah, it could be pretty dangerous out here for sure. Because like, obviously you don't know who's gonna click that link, but yeah. I don't even know if I have the link pinned. I actually need to pin the link
Hey
because
Cecil,
nobody's.
how come? Hey Cecil, why are you hiding?
I don't know
TML,
how.
we have your fucking records. You're a predator. You want to tell them about your fucking optics before your public records go out to everyone sitting next to you?
That shit is pinned. That shit's pinned, and nobody's coming up here other than Cecil and Snafu. This is crazy
Well,
stuff, folks.
Cecil's a predator.
Well,
Hiding it
Reddit
from
just
y'all.
did.
You're sitting next to a motherfucker who has public records of his predator optics. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. So you honestly should vet the people you sit next to before you really are like buddy buddy with them. This guy has fucking big time predator optics. Why don't you share with TML and the internet about your pedophile predator optics and shit? He knows we have it on record. It's public record. This guy's fucking around with kids and shit. Notice he ain't denying it. He knows it's true. Guess who told me you had public records with predator optics? Everyone. Hey, Snaps, you're focusing on Jack. You're focused that this motherfucker has predator optics and a record. We knew right away. I just let it be. But now, since you're over here at TML, I just figured you should at least let him know the truth. He's sitting next to a fucking predator, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just gonna hide it from him, huh? We're gonna have to just give him records. Okay. You think it's cute? You think it's cute? You knew that shit wasn't gonna go away, motherfucker. You're a predator, and then now you come on a public platform, and yet you thought that shit was gonna fucking escape you, fucking predator. That's not how it works, pal. And why aren't you telling these people the truth about your past? Just like Jack Talcott hiding his past. All you predators seem to want to be online but not tell everyone your past. and why you're so open online versus real life, because you're predator optics. You should be worried, Cecil. We're looking at your fucking public records, you predator. Hey, TML, doesn't it bother you that these guys hide their fucking PDF and predator optics? And then when they get called out, they're just silent? Because Jack and him both know. Jack had rape involved. This guy had children involved. This guy's public records talk about children. Anything to say, TML? He's on your panel. He's a predator.
Well, we're gonna keep the panel open, but
no, it's fine. It's fine. It's just predators like him. I'm surprised he didn't.
I'm surprised. Records. No, I'm surprised too. I'm surprised he knows very little amount of people that are actually online versus the amount of people that we could honestly be talking to. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to get more engagement in terms of, it's almost like, I hear you talking about being a fisher of men, and you know what I mean? You throw a fishing line out there, and it's like you get the same people every time. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
I don't know.
I feel like it's set up.
We seem to get different people on the crew channel, and we seem to be able to go from, calling out these scumbags to talking about real life optics. I think it's just how you handle it, TML. But the reason you get these scumbags to your shit is because you allow them, and then you cupcake with them, and then you yoke with what you get. This guy has children predator optics on his public record, and he knows exactly what we have on him. You want to tell him, Cecil? Tell him the truth. You think it's cute, bro? Motherfuckers told me you were over here. They know your fucking PDF optics.
You know, bro.
Doesn't that bother you, the machine lies, that this guy has a public record with children and fucking PDF type optics?
Look, if I open up a thing in the middle of the road and I started reading about Kant and my philosophy and shit, and anybody came up and listened to it, what would I give a fuck, dude?
Well, you should give a fuck because you're interacting with a pedophile right here. That's not actually a big thing. And it's on public record.
By them clicking a link?
Yeah, by cupcake, instead of calling them out on their fucking track.
So then,
or when they
you're interacting.
Or when they hide it like this. He knows 100%
but that means right. But then, by your same logic, you just interacted with him too.
Right, calling his bitch ass out. Now, if you call these fucking scumbags out, there's a difference.
Right. Like, so you go on the internet, you call people out, right?
Well, I call scumbag, pedophile, traitor, criminals, and frauds out, yeah.
Right, so you're doing it right now, right?
Not cupcaking to him. Not equally yoking. But I love how he's going to ignore that we have his public records and he's not going to tell you his PDF fucking optics. That's cute. So, you like the children, huh?
Do you want me to do that, TML? Do you want me to, put your shit on blast?
Explain it.
I'll just write truth to TML.
Explain to him what's on your public record and the audience too.
And people can come and listen to the broadcast in the ghetto.
Wait. How about you explain to him your public record and your fucking predator optics? What we're looking at right now, and what people have known about you for a long time online. that you've tried to hide. Why don't you explain to him that?
We could lay out prayer rugs. And T-Mail can give the sermon about
So
why
are you like
machines.
Jack Talcott? You think you're fucking cured to hide your predator optics, even though we're holding public records of you being a predator? You're gonna just lie to these people and these folks and just act like it doesn't exist? Because we have your and you know exactly what I'm talking about, and it involves children. You sick fuck. You know what I'm looking at right now. You sick fuck. Why don't you tell them the truth? Trust me, you've been under my scope for a long time. I just haven't fucking shot the shit because I've been doing bigger shit to fry. Hence Mr. Beast's other optics in play. But now, since you're just sitting here, we're gonna go over your why don't you share to them why I'm reading public records of your predator optics? And tell them what happened. Tell them what you did. Tell them what you were charged for. Go ahead, Cecil. Oh, and let them know it involved children. Let them know it involved children. Don't hide that fact. You laugh at it. You think it's cute. You maybe I should contact the district attorney back in the day. Let them know you're online. You gonna tell the people what happened? You gonna be honest with these people? You be honest with TML? Bro, he fucking has predator optics with little children as public records. He knows it too. He fucking knows it too. This is the reaction you get. Either Jack Talcott, like, oh no, lie. See, these predators, or they just keep quiet because they know what the fuck we have. And yeah, it does reflect on you, TML, because you're sitting side by side with him, maybe not knowing that predator with children, all right, and hiding that shit. So, but now, you know, and him hiding this and acting, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, if he were innocent, he'd tell you right off the bat. We got public records, though. He knows what we're looking at. Go ahead. Yeah, pick your nose. Is that what you do when you sodomize children or fuck with them? You sick fuck. See, he's making this a game. We're holding public records of you fucking with children. And you want to pick your nose online. You're sick shit. And the people need to know who the fuck is running around online.
Yeah. You're holding broken records right now.
So tell them about your predator optics from the past.
Do you know what that means? Right
yeah, tell them you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what you have to deal with. And it dealt with children.
Broken records.
You're a predator. And you're fucking
broken records.
You got predator optics with children on public record. And then you pick your nose mocking those children you fucked with.
Yeah, dude,
you're fucking kitty fucking. You're a groomer. You're a bad dude. You're a bad fucking dude.
You're a broken
fucking children. Targeting children too. Nasty fuck. Why don't you tell them the truth? Yo. See, this guy's a fucking predator, folks. This is what you deal with predators like this. They know what their past is. They know what their present is. You gonna tell them the truth? Yo. Well, I'm glad you showed us where you're at. Maybe predator hunters could maybe come to chat with you. Not that I'm encouraging anything. TML, this is what happens when you put pedophile predators on your panel and then they get exposed for fucking being involved in dirty fucking shit. And again, yeah, it does reflect on you. having the guy like this sit side by side with you. He knows exactly what we're looking at public record wise.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need you to stop saying that.
What? He's a predator?
No, that
No,
it
I'm
reflects
saying-
poorly.
That's
Broken
a better word
record.
versus
No, I'm talking about that it reflects poorly on me because I don't even think that that's true.
Well, if you continue to support and yoke with that, now
No,
you
I'm
may
not.
not.
No, I'm not yoked. No, I'm not yoked with anybody. You're just inventing a word and inventing a concept to say that I'm involved with whatever Cecil's doing, but I have no involvement with
Okay,
anything.
That's fair.
Yeah, I have no involvement with anything anybody who clicks the link on my panel does at all.
That's fair. But here's
Like
the
for
thing,
example,
now you know-
like
now
for
you
example,
know- now
no,
you
no here,
know
no here,
you can
no,
go
no
on a
here,
public
no here. Hold on, hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying. You, Cecil, Reddington, Flow State, or anybody, Jack Talcott, any of you motherfuckers could be predators.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
trust
telling you,
anybody.
You got a straight yeah, you got one on public record right now. That public record fuck with children.
Right,
On your
but-
banner right now.
Right, but anybody's allowed to click the link. I can't prove anything about anybody.
But now, since we know and we're trying to get to the bottom of this, I find it funny this predator's gonna lie to you
You
and all
got a
that. When
broken
they
record.
go look at public record.
You
It's
got a
called
broken
public record
record.
for a reason, people.
But you got a broken record.
Yeah, you're a fucking pedophile.
Yeah, you got a broken record.
Okay, you're a pedophile.
You
You're a
just-
fucking
You
predator.
just say the same
You are
shit
hiding
over
right
and
now
over
what's
and
on
over.
public record. Hey,
Yeah, but
hey.
it's like obvious. It's
Yeah,
just a
but see,
brainwashing.
he knows what's up, guys. This is a kitty fucking groomer, guys. This is a kitty diddler. This is a
Oh,
fucking
shit.
guy who
Scripture.
has fucking been busted with children on his
Scripture.
public records, and he knows what we're looking at and talking
Have you
about.
gotten enough
And that's
attention?
why,
yet?
and TML, that's why when we do research on these fucks, I usually do a little, I get the open link thing, bro, but someone I'm going to continuous to link and that has optics like this guy, yeah, I'm going to vet him because it does kind of reflect on you. This guy's straight up predator, public record, trying to hide his
Broken
past,
record.
just like Calcott.
Have you gotten enough attention
These are
yet, bro? I mean,
disgusting
what's going on?
predators online.
Have you
Using
gotten your
YouTube,
attention?
Twitter, Facebook, and so much forth. And that's what the zebras and crew do. We come after fucks like you, exposing
You're
your
an
fucking
attention
past.
whore and just need
Your
attention. That's all there is
There's
to it.
not attention. Your fucking public record show
You just sit
why
there
I'm
and
here.
repeat yourself over and over again
Okay,
until
so
somebody
go ahead and
responds to you.
tell them why you're a fucking kitty diddler groomer on public record.
Please tell everyone why you just repeat yourself until somebody responds because you don't get enough attention.
Oh, it ain't attention, pal.
No, it's everybody here can see that
Cecil.
you're just a little attention
Cecil,
whore.
Cecil, we're looking at your
you're an
public
attention
record, you
whore.
fucking predator. You
Blah,
kitty
blah,
fucking
blah.
groomer. Yeah,
Dude,
you're
you
the
ain't
type that
dope.
deserves a fucking wood chipper.
Yeah, bro,
You're
we
the
have it
type
on
of person
record
that
that you
deserves
raped
the wood
goats.
chipper.
Bro, we have it on record that you raped goats.
And yeah, it's on public record.
Yeah, it's on public record, bro. I got attention. Oh. We have it on record that you raped goats just like fucking, what's his name? Toilet Turban? You know?
Ladies and gentlemen, this
Don't
is a
not say
fucking
anything, 'cause
predator.
that's the same thing as admitting
Public records are open to all of you. This guy's been in trouble with children.
Broken
This guy's
record.
been in trouble with children on his public record.
Like,
Take that to heart. Children, folks, this fucking adult has been publicly in trouble with children. Think about that. On public record already.
This guy on public record is engaged in bestiality. Don't deny it, bro. Tell us about your bestiality optics. Like, do you know how fucking stupid you sound? Sorry, this isn't 4chan and I'm not 14.
No, you're not. Hence, you shouldn't have been fucked with those children.
You shouldn't have been fucking with those Cocker Spaniels, dude.
See, this is why.
I know, this is why you're not allowed
This
at the
man's
zoo
lucky
anymore.
to be breathing. These predators are lucky to be breathing. They're
Dude,
so
they have me on
brazen about
camera
their
after
predator
Zoo
optics.
in the fucking gorilla cage.
No, I'm just saying you guys are lucky to be breathing, so brazen about your predator optics with children. Same with Jack
Hey,
Talcott. You guys are, we
dude,
know you're absolutely 100% involved in predator behaviors and optics and past. And then when you get called out about it, this is what you get. You're fucking animals. Dude, this guy's literally on paper with children. Bad optics,
they're
folks.
literally on paper with animals.
Uh huh.
Uh huh.
Now you're just making shit up. And
Now
you
you're
know
just
the
making
shit we're
shit up.
holding in our hand is real.
Yeah,
You
we're
know the
holding our
shit I'm
hand,
holding in
bro.
my hand is real.
Yeah, we're holding our hand.
Got your full name, full address, the last place you lived before. I'm looking at all your info right now, you
I'm looking at
predator.
all your info right
And you
now,
have
bro.
children tied to
And
your
you got
public records,
animals
predatory charges.
on record predatory.
Well, why don't you tell them what you did?
6 people,
Why don't you
6
just tell me
extra
what you
people
did, bro?
actually came in to hear like 2 like random people
Well, he
shouting
is
at
a
each other.
fucking predator, bro, on public
Well, you
record.
are a
He knows.
bestiality. I mean, and you know it.
Like this is not good, TML. This guy's going from, oh, I'm fucking animals to on public records he's fucking with children. Like, do you get the difference? This guy's a children fucking. This guy has predator optics with children on public record. Okay, and then this guy's, oh, you
I
fuck
would make
animals.
I
Like,
would
dude,
make the
we're
same
not playing
accusation
here.
about you,
I'm not
but
playing with
I'm
you,
not that
Cecil,
obvious.
you fucking pedo. You predo. It's
Yeah,
all
so
for
I'm gonna
everyone to see.
go
You can go look it up.
around the panel and get like closing statements from everybody. But yeah, we'll go with it'll go with Cecil first. Cecil,
Stay up, bro.
stay up. All right,
Yeah.
blessings. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, you guys want to fucking think it's cute when this fucking predator knows we're holding public records of him dealing with children, and that's pretty big. All right, and he knows exactly what we have on him, what's out there for all you to look into if you took the time. And this guy's fucking again predator with children on record, public. You might want to take 1, 2, 3 to think about that when you give these fucks platforms, and then they boldface no, and like I mean it's real shit, dude. And I get people just click the link, but this motherfucker's a fucking predator with children, public record. And the way he interacted just now, I mean, it's just like most of these predators when they get exposed, just like Talcott. That's all I got to say. The optics are high.
For sure, for sure. The well, he already left, but yeah, the homie was asking where do we find the records. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, blessings. Uh, Snafu and Cecil, blessings. Uh, you know, and yeah, what's going on, Reddington?
Unless he's talking about something else, we already had this hashed out. What, a year
Yeah,
ago?
we hashed it out on the show.
This ain't nothing new.
Maybe he's talking about the Noel thing. We hashed that out too. It is what it is. Right? But yeah, because I know they tried to come on here with Noel the other time.
Maybe
You know,
he can share some links to this supposed receipts
it
next
was
time.
somebody. It was 3 people that came on here last time. It was Noel, Cecil.
I'm talking about Snafu right now. He's like, oh, public records. Well, share a link.
Snafu left, but Cecil flashing out here in the back. What's up, Cecil?
Hey, man, I forgot to mention that I know you guys really don't even care, but Reagan's making a lot more content now these days. Some of her stuff is pretty I don't know, inspiring or whatever. So
Reagan update.
yeah, Transforming the Darkness channel. She's been making more stuff lately. She was on hiatus for like a couple of months and didn't make anything, but yeah, anyway, I just wanted to mention that. That's all I really want to say.
For sure. Another closer.
Thank you so much. And yeah, yeah. So what's? I mean, really, the deal is that got into a little bit of Kant and his idea where he puts logic, where he puts math, where he puts science, where he puts the empirical sciences, the natural sciences, metaphysics. He's got his own like sort of separation of all that shit. But yeah, we're gonna get more deep into Kant's philosophy next time. You know what I mean? But I think I might open that back up next time. This little preface. I thought this preface went through a lot of interesting concepts and ideas for me. I mean, right? In terms of, you know, you don't really get to see because it's late in the game now during the Enlightenment where they're actually coming through what they thought was the entire you know what I mean? Schemata of this. And I think I disagree with Skolmowski about the importance of Kant's philosophy for sure. But yeah, I think Kant is the beginning of modern philosophy. You know what I mean? Some people call him the most important philosopher of the modern age, right? And
Now he can certainly be in for the running.
yeah, yeah, he had a huge impact. People thought he figured it all out. There's lots of people who were going into philosophy presuming what Kant was saying about the cognitive faculties. They thought he figured out the mind and the senses, how they interact with the world and gain new information, all that type of stuff. It's cutting edge stuff. It basically brought science to philosophy, in a lot of ways. That's where science and philosophy really melded together, you know. So yeah, since nobody really, you know, I don't know how Neurojack gets all these panels, man. I think it's because he's less assuming of a character, so people will join his panel. Yeah, I've been tricking people to get new interactions by opening up panels on Neurojack's channel and then just being silent the entire time.
Lurking on panel, huh?
Lurking on panels that I basically started sometimes, but yeah.
It's easy to lurk on Neuro's panel. He'll just talk to one person for 14 hours. You can be on panel and lurk at the same time.
Well, I think Denizen had a bone to pick with, I think he really came for Inner Darkness and he found Neuro there and he's like, fuck it, I'll just fight Neuro
And I
on some
think
shit.
somebody was a little
I missed that stream earlier, but
okay.
we're talking about on Discord early this morning. I
Which
don't
I'm
know if
not on.
Mayville's out of that.
Yeah, it's been going. Yeah, he mentioned the Discord too. So it's been going on Discord. It's been going on
Oh
2 days
man.
before. Yeah, Neuro's been having all these contentious streams, apparently.
Well, it's almost like everyone knows how to pull his strings. Or it's almost like he doesn't know he's pulling his own strings. It's a little bit of a mix of both. I've noticed he gets in his own way by taking on false competitors, such as the one you mentioned earlier. See what I'm saying? Like why? Like who is he? Who is he? Like who? Like who is he defend? Like who does he answer? Like he's welcome, but
It's just like a crazy random discussion that I think a lot of people came in on.
right.
Like, is anybody trying to get married? Like, I don't know. Like, It's just like it just seemed like a totally random topic. But yeah, but it was interesting for sure. Like,
Oh, just the denizen part?
well, just like how all those random people came. Like,
Random.
who are those people? You know what I mean?
Probably from Denizen's Restream,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
which
could
is
be.
the, which is the only evidence I have of Neuro's public conversation that he keeps
I
private every
wish.
single time.
Yeah, I wish like those people would come here. Honestly,
Well,
maybe I
Neuro,
should have said more words to them. Maybe I should have been like, "Hey, I like
Come
your
on
face."
in. The water's
I like
warm.
your phrase.
Yeah,
Hey, you seem pretty cool. Or like, you know what I mean? Though it's like, bro, like, okay, yeah, okay, then maybe there's a little bit of a whatever, but it's like, how many times are you gonna bite the fucking hook, dude? How many times are you gonna get pulled up on the boat and thrown back? Like, you gotta figure out a better way to ask questions, and that goes for me too. I mean, otherwise you're just gonna be. I mean, like, otherwise you're just gonna give yourself carpal tunnel. I don't know.
That's probably true.
I'd like to genuinely, um, like, I try my best to have genuine discussions with him, and I think there is a block. Um, don't really know if it's medical or not, but talk about going in circles, dude. And like the guy was being like super rude to me, bro. Like super rude. I had to point out to him that I had to break into the conversation just to so it wouldn't be him talking. And he's like, "Yo," he's like, "I'll just kick you off my panel unless you want to add to the conversation," which is it was only between him and Denizen for literally 2 hours. It's freaking weird, dude. That's not that. It's either meant to look weird to throw people off, or he's thrown off. And I'm sorry to kind of vent about it now, but like, dude, takes down his streams, comes with inauthentic questions, like makes you not want to answer him. Literally, like it's almost as if he's a project. Like uh, he's like if every day was your first day. Because I'll make a point right now, and I could be wrong. Machine, have you said the words? Don't ask why if you already know how, right, or something. How do you
yeah.
say it?
I say something similar to that. Yeah, don't ask why if you know it's wrong. I always say that.
So if Neuro purports to not know what's wrong or purports to know what's wrong, he still asks why every single time. Maybe you guys as his friends and you guys as in Discord with, because I'm not in Discord, so you're kind of in a way, I guess, getting a free opinion that's not based in anything that you guys yourselves are based in. Um, maybe let him know that's what I said or something. Like, yo, you can't ask why and you cannot do that unless you're trying to get clips for someone else, which I don't see these clips of his going anywhere else. Actually, I see them disappearing. The exact opposite, in fact. It's just weird. And I'm sorry, I'm sorry to sit here and kind of talk shit about the dude, but like, I do. Like, we were all there. We witnessed it. It happens every day. Like, that's. I'm sorry. Let it go. Like, what if he was meant to look bad from coming from where he came from? Oh, poor me. Oh, I barely know anything and I have 100 million questions and everyone kicks me out of everywhere. Will someone please accept me? And then, like, what? Yeah, dude, we'll fucking accept you. Shut the fuck up sometimes. Put a little bit of genuine thought behind your questions. It's like, it's cartoonish. It's Talcottish. Tal cottage cheese, bro.
Lols.
And you don't want the answer, even though you have the answer, but you still ask why. How is that possible? Like, would you two, truthfully, would you guys consider me like a, I don't know, which word's correct, protagonist or antagonist? Would you guys consider me this, one of these two?
Only if you want to be.
Have you? Okay, that's funny. uh Yo, I do shit to get reactions. I would prefer not to have like, I'm not trying to fucking provoke loops. I'm trying to provoke original thought, which is basically impossible, but at least through humor and at least through calling out fuckwits, that part's just extra fun. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see if the pattern continues or if the pattern changes. Or is it just another day in Groundhog's Day?
Yeah, I'm also tracking a character named Gen X Jeff and his strange happenings. You know what I mean? His strange greetings.
Hello. We talk about dopamine looping and some
Yes, madam.
bandwagon chunky optics.
Yes, madam.
I think it is good to talk actually about regurgitated quote unquote support groups, therapy groups, kind of what we could consider some of what we're doing here. And there's some good in it, but you can't deny that the looping, you have to wonder if it is actually attributed to what I've discussed before about the fact that it is actually a dopamine loop. So we're trauma bonding, but
Well,
it's
there's a lot of
releasing
dope.
dopamine. Wait, say that again.
There's a lot of dopes.
And dope in general.
Like Dopey from the Seven Dwarves and shit.
Yeah. I'm
A lot
teasing
of
also
dopes
about
out there.
marijuana, but yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Or it's like Goebbels. Tell a lie long enough, repeat it enough, and people believe it or something like that.
I mean, one time, and I was very serious about this. Never mind. Fuck it.
Oh, you can't do that. You're gonna
Well,
have to tell us now.
the idea, came from a machine where it was like, I really, really like the idea of community garden taken care of by the homeless.
Oh
And
yeah.
then you'll be able to see who wants it, kind of, and be able to help the ones maybe who,
I
whatever.
really like the idea of homeless people making their own soap and like freaking washing themselves and just like
But like not
shattering.
telling anybody about it, right? Because what happens there stays there, kind of a thing, right?
But
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
beats
they can work in the gardens barefoot and then they can make their own soap and they can wash themselves. So a couple of things I wanted to address.
Yeah.
Because earlier Machine was trying to say this guy's name. Stahl, Stahl. That's German for steel. Also, Dr. Joseph Goebbels. It's not pronounced Goebbels, it's pronounced Goebbels because of their weird.
My mistake.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he was like.
So my
I appreciated that. Thank you.
My last name in German, the original foundation of my last name means house of sheep.
House of sheep?
That's right. And I'm the black one.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Which sign is that? Or like zodiac or whatever?
No, that's my my real last name. Like they there's actually was variations of it when people moved over. But we found out they just hacked off like the last half of it. But
So you're Shepherd.
Yeah, that's what it means. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I've known quite a few people with German lineage that had to change their names when they came here after 1945 so their name didn't look so Germanic.
Yes, after 45, exactly, precisely.
Yeah, probably, or potentially connected with our family's origin as well. But there's amazing variations. So sometimes I always joke, I'm like, "That's my cousin."
Yeah. What else was that? Oh, so I don't really mean to like give attention to people who are clearly and obviously begging for it or anything, but I live in Idaho, which is probably one of the most staunchly anti PEDO states in America.
I could back that up.
Yeah, trust me, I've already been vetted.
They're like staunch on everything, actually, overall.
They are very much so, and the local law enforcement doesn't want those people moving here from the West Coast.
Definitely not.
So I trust and believe I wouldn't
Yeah.
be here, okay, if
Well,
that
by the way, and it's not necessarily to your extent, but by the same person, because I did catch the end bit of that. I've also been accused by this person, just mostly just because I was on somebody's show who he accuses of it. But I have fully
Well, it's
vetted
guilt
background
by
checks.
association, basically.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. I'm still a licensed medical professional, which requires a full background check on a regular basis. So, yeah, that's it's hilarious. And then I've asked this guy because there's like actual people who are going out and doing these underground secret investigation type deals and fully busting real operations going on, which he could easily volunteer and become a part of, but yet I don't know what's happening. So there we go.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
Distractions.
I'm not trying to give anything away, but let me just say this. There are certain elements here that are pretending to be leftist to try to draw those types out when they get here. I saw it kind of early on. I'm not trying to compromise anybody's ops by freaking saying too much, but trust me, I've been here like 6 months. I've been vetted already. Like I like freaking fully developed women, dude. I've got plenty of freaking uh references or yeah, I got plenty of evidence to that. Anyway,
Yeah, I think I'm picking it up.
guys seen that Reagan video lately?
It's like
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
it really truly is fast. Testament. Maybe it's time for a New Testament.
I would just say if you're getting triggered, disconnect. It's not to say I haven't had my words out and barking into a brick wall at some of these people. And like, you guys have heard me talk a lot about building. I mean, this isn't the platform to do that. Most of us are here to vent and talk stuff out, and there is some good in it. Not like all talk therapy is bad, but if we're looping, that's my opinion. Is just take a step away and do your own fucking thing.
How can you tell if you're looping?
If you're on here too, like if you wake up, if you're falling asleep with your fucking phone in your hand, you're waking up and the first thing you do is to look for this shit, you're looping.
Oh, I remember
if you
what I
can
was
disconnect for more than a day, and I mean fully, like if you can't get to an area where you don't have access, but at least turn everything off, then that's my personal opinion. Because a lot of us don't even know what that means anymore. Sorry.
That's a great suggestion. I agree.
I was just there. I was just in an area where like there is no there is no Wi-Fi, there is no internet, there is no cell phone access. These type of areas sometimes have really good mechanics in them. I was hella drunk the other night and I went on Neurojack's channel.
I saw that.
Called him, did you see that? I called him freaking.
Yo, it's on Denizen's channel, bro. It was pretty decent, but it was only once Denizen got there, and it was I thought it was pretty funny what you were saying and shit.
Yeah, dude. But anyway, he's people who are like optics whores kind of set themselves up for failure. You know what I mean? That's why people try to talk to me about optics, and the moment they start bringing them up, I just can't take people seriously. Bro, don't you know about your optics? Like, I don't give a fuck. It should be obvious.
What do you mean? Yeah, like
Yeah, like
yeah.
Like, don't you care about what ignorant, uninformed people think of you? Not really.
that's
Sad
the
trombone.
bandwagon junkie bullshit. You know, it's like, oh, don't upset your masters. Make sure you're
Bro,
normal.
I am this way in public. Now I will say because of the internet, like, you know, obviously having more access, I guess, to participate with you know, in discussion and whatever, I definitely go overboard sometimes. But uh in real life, man, I'm honestly like not fucking far off from like this is how I talk to people. Like I don't know. Can't tell, you can't tell. I don't know.
So I can back that up too. Like I totally agree. And actually, as long as I've talked to you,
Like
that's
how does
what I've
Nero
heard.
talk to his wife, bro? Like
Ooh,
does he
what?
like how does he talk to his wife? Like how is that
Oh,
even
I don't know.
possible?
But I've heard other people talk to
Sorry, I'm
their,
not trying to like
and we all
start
have
it,
our
but it's like
moments.
what?
We've had our, like, there's certain people, you know, but when you acknowledge it, you take ownership, you work through it, whatever. But I have heard others beyond that, and just the way they talk to women. And there is, I mean, I don't mean to bring that up because I'm going to sound all feminist talking about this immediately, but there's definitely like a shutdown of talking intelligently about subjects. I've been kicked off for making jokes and quote unquote being funny. Don't be funny. You're a woman. Well, they didn't say it just like that, but it was more or less along those lines. So, you
It
know,
was
you just,
implied.
yeah. And I
You
think a
wanna
lot of
hear you
other
wanna hear
people
a
don't
famous
feel
joke?
like,
You wanna hear sorry.
yeah. No, yeah. Tell me.
Oh, the famous joke is somebody asked one of the writers at SNL, Saturday Night Live. They uh they asked can a or they were supposed to kind of help someone on the show like become, you know, integrated quicker, and the guy didn't give a fuck at all, and he didn't like help this person at all. And I'm sorry, I lost my point, bro. I'm sorry, my bad. Fuck.
And it wasn't staged. It's all good. Something about them, like, making it, they treated this person bad. They got like exposed or something, caught in the act.
No, I'm just a little bit tired right now from all the bullshit, and kind of can't.
It's all
Kind
good.
of wondering if
I'm
that
laughing with
isn't
you when
part
I
of
get that.
the
Yeah.
if that isn't part of the allure.
You're not the first person to be drained by others, and it's not
Oh,
always
I know, trust
a
me
diss
that.
on the other person, right? In some situations, it's just
Train that loosh.
situational. But yeah, I'm used to it. I'm one of those people, especially with my
Why?
patients, that like a random strangers come up to me out of nowhere and just starts telling me their life story kind of shit. Like literally like a tap on the shoulder, like, hey, oh, you look like so and so. I've gotten that. And then they, or just like, you waiting for the train, you know, da da da, or like bus or whatever the situation is, and then they just go into their full life story. So I get it.
What?
That means that they're hitting on you.
I
No, no, no,
graduated.
no. It's not always a man and or a lesbian.
Oh, I graduated second least brainwashed in high school, so there's
That's
that.
hilarious. That was an award. I got Captain Commando.
What was Machine voted most likely to write a book? Reddington was
Wait,
voted.
Mohammed, when did you write your book? I don't
It
actually
was
know.
it was in 2022, I believe, but it says 2023 on it. I think that's just when it was released.
But yeah.
Nice. And that's pretty much when you came on to the verse. It was like right with the writing of this book, right?
Not really. I just started like calling into a bunch of shows that were already shows and started just trying to fuck with them.
Kind of
Yeah.
like what I do a little bit, except Machine Lies actually has the information to back it up. And like,
Yeah.
yo, if
Seriously.
Ezra, if you haven't
Probably one of the
seen,
most underrated things about him that people don't address, like in any ridicule, is actually the depth of detail and perspective that he has brought. Like,
oh, they don't
obviously,
realize it. They
well
agree with him without realizing it.
researched. But yeah, you know, I
That's what
mad respect,
Andrew
brother.
Wilson did. And
Oh, I might
like,
have missed that. I'm sorry. I'm so out of the damn
so
verse. Like,
that's the one
as
video
I'm
you gotta
I'm like,
you gotta
what?
see that one. Machine Lies versus Andrew Wilson. If memory serves, there were 3 times where Andrew did not realize he was making Machine's point for him. Yo, and he was getting like
I've
mad,
seen that.
like, and then
Not
Machine
only,
was like throwing insults back then, I guess, and then
but I've heard other people say similar things. Like it took them time though to realize, and then to come back and say, "Well, he was actually correct." Anyway,
uh,
that's what happens to a lot
that's
of
what people who like to that's what
well-spoken
people who like to be
wizards.
wrong.
It's like a ninja with a really sharp blade cut through someone, and then they fall apart like a few seconds later.
Yeah. Yeah, look, and Ezra's not afraid to hop up on panel.
Well, especially here, I mean, the support I get in the respect, but it's not like I'm not aware though that I can tend to dominate a subject if I'm a little bit boisterous or excited about it. So with all due respect, I don't know, I'm repeating myself, regardless, that I appreciate all of you actually have given me that space and that time. And I still have a lot to learn. So I need to be a little bit more present sometimes just for casual, and I am trying to build something and work on stuff, but it's really nice right now because I'm getting ready to go back into more schooling and licensure, and because I'm trying to advance my independent practitioner degree along with what we're doing. Um it's just nice to get a break. I like spent all day trying to get my car actually dealt with. I had to get registration done, go to the DMV, that kind of shit. And then, you know how that actually was, I was actually very pleased with that scenario. But then I ended up taking the rest of the day to like fully gut out and hardcore clean my car. So
I'm
it was
gonna
worth
wait
it.
till I get pulled over for expired tags.
I did, and the cop was insanely cool. And I was like, I'm way, way over. So we'll just put it that way. I know I could go. I know I could do other things, but I have other plans right now. And there's going to be a lot of traveling with it, with what a lot of our project too, because there's going to be some interviewing. So there's no reason with what's coming into our footsteps to like hold back from that kind of stuff at the moment because it's actually stupid cheap. And yeah, anyway, I'm fortunate. You know, I'm like right in that. I would like to actually sell that though, and I have a friend who's kind of our mechanical engineer director, and I want him to build me like an old school truck into some sort of like overlanding setup and do a hybrid fuel situation. I'm not ready to go like
Yeah.
water, right? Right, like just because I know the how volatile it is, but I definitely want to do like an alternative source. So we'll see.
Yeah, good thinking.
And man, I want to overland. Do you guys like ever watch that?
What does that
That's
mean, overland? What does that mean?
so like this picture of mine is a semi good example, though this road in the background is way better maintained than some of the off-roading you do, but it's like middle
Right.
of nowhere Oregon, and there's just roads for miles in areas where, you know, there's no major highways or major
Yeah.
networks. And you can, like, you know, because this is like what Cecil's talking about too with Idaho. Some of the Pacific Northwest is still like untamed and super remote, and there's
Mhm.
places you can go that are just like barely touched. And actually,
For
where
sure.
this picture is near one of the original sites, was considered the oldest known human settlement artifact, also with the petroglyphs. Suppose, you know, they found other since, and we all know
The
it all gets
petroglyphs
skewed.
go back date probably what, like between like under 12,000.
No, over is what they're saying about the site specifically. Yeah. And I found, I have two artifacts. I actually just gave my nephew one of them because I hiked up to the top of these mountains where there's like old native forts. But I have a arrowhead and a spearhead, and the spearhead's out of quartz. But I gave my nephew, he was just visiting. He's 8, and I just gave him the arrowhead of obsidian. It's really cool.
For sure, for sure. My buddy went to I almost said he went to Egypt, but he went to the Grand Canyon.
Kincaid Caves.
Yeah. Well, I think I heard Cecil tell a story once about the uh the Grand Canyon. I could be wrong, but yeah, there's some
No,
weird
I
stuff
haven't been
going
yet.
on.
It's cool.
He met some locals, and he said there's definitely some like Egyptian um stuff going on at the
Have you
Grand
heard of
Canyon.
the Have you heard of the Kincaid Caves? It's my
No, but
cat.
I could tell you how the Grand Canyon was formed.
Okay, because I
Like,
definitely want to hear this. And what you
yeah.
were talking about with the Egyptian is connected with the Kincaid, because they supposedly found a statue of Anubis in copper in that cave and some other major, and you can't actually access it. They like, you know, Black Helicopter, that area. It's like, it's well known.
Oh,
Anyway, go ahead.
you're not talking about Chocolate Mountain or whatever?
No.
Uh,
I don't, unless it's associated with that spot, which I don't think it is.
so
But it's actually like near the that area where there's I think there is a dam right there, right? And so there's a bit of a pooling, and it's just beyond that because it's like the start of the rafting area. It's not a dam. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
just I know how the Grand Canyon was formed. Came to me in a dream last night. It was it was a good Jewish gentleman simply dropped a dime into a snake hole, and that's how the Grand Canyon was formed.
Interesting. Actually, can I pull up now that we're talking about it? Can I pull up Google Earth, because there's some really interesting formations that I found fucking around with my friend, because we do, like, I did a show too a little bit. I'm really into ancient America, the concept. There's just enough evidence that there was a lot of different structures here.
As long as you're not going to tell us it's Tartaria.
Sorry, that took too long to get to the unmute, and fuck no. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I'm into the possibilities that some of our history is skewed to some extent. I also, you know, talk about, because I'm very much into um the idea that time isn't, you know, definitively linear. So, you know, obviously that complicates things, but with that idea that it can um alter like what we understand as far as our quote unquote history. So no, because I'm like an anti-truther, you know, like people are anti-hipster. Um, just for the fact that it's so much shit is pushed without full investigation.
Have you
Uh,
ever thought though, like anti. Like I
Oh,
always
for
just thought
sure
of it.
is.
No, I
I'm
just thought
sorry.
of it like an ant. Like think about looking through ants' eyes. That never mind. Never mind.
No, and anything in my see, this is why I talk about balance in general. Like you can't just discredit everything. So what you're given, you need to sort of pull out of it what you need and piece it together.
Right.
So
That's why I
when I
think.
say anti, it's
Sorry.
most yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
That's why I think the whole point of Tartaria is to muddy the waters for people who are actually looking into stuff.
I agree. And I
And
think it
that's not a
allows
pun.
yeah.
No pun intended with the muddy water thing.
That's good.
Hmm.
With all the mud floods and whatnot.
No
No, I
tunnel
like
left
that. Go with
No tunnel left undug.
No turn unstoned.
that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you could take that. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the Grand Canyon.
That's actually Reddington. You just reminded me. Watch the Collapse was the first person who told me about Spangle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I said that no stone left unturned, and he said no turn left unstoned.
Yep.
You're the second person to tell me that.
It is what it is.
Yeah. You know what they say, money isn't everything. Married to the game, but it ain't no wedding ring.
Sorry, who was that?
Huh? You're
What
welcome.
song is that? Is that an OG? Is that an
It's called
original?
it's called everything.
I love it.
Everything is everything when you're chasing everything. They try to box a nigga in. I'm burning every lane. Dendritic.
Sorry,
Possibly.
I'm my ADHD has me hyper focusing. I'm trying to find this spot. I know it's not where this marker is. I thought I marked it,
Oh,
but now I don't
are you
know.
trying to find the pyramid ones?
Oh, it's
The
this
ones
like
that literally
it's
look
like
like
just
fucking
if you
pyramids?
saw no, it's like the shape of
Oh,
the land in a very specific spot. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm gonna
you're
actually
good. You're good. Mm.
bop this out so we're not watching like I don't want to give anybody a seizure real quick. And thank you, Mohammed, for being prompt on that. I thought I had it queued up, so just give me a second here. And I think I should have it marked.
No worries.
And
No worries.
actually, speaking of which, what I will do as well is do a quick. I should pull up Google Earth because you can. And when you do that, you can actually show the angles, so you can show the relative distance and that kind of accuracy, because that's when you can't deny that there isn't human influence. And I found a site very close to where I live. I actually had a bear encounter when I tried the first time I tried to hike to it and had
Oh my gosh.
too much snow. Go ahead,
Wait,
what?
a bear?
Oh yeah, I've had 3 bear encounters. I go out in the woods all the time. Look at this picture. This
So
is a real life
technically, you've barely
my
survived.
picture. Oh yeah, but
But
my encounters were kind of weird, so I can't guarantee that everyone's gonna have what I had. But I did run into a mama, and bear twice.
I mean, I see
So
goats.
well, my picture is a bighorn sheep. That's a real life. That was so fucking cool. That was so cool. We were coming down from this like little pond that's up on this. This is the middle of nowhere, Oregon, and they're known for being there. But this whole trip felt like I was like in a portal at the time. Like I was in a different time frame because normally this site is can be crowded, and it was May, so early spring, kind of temperament weather. I have so many amazing pictures of the thunderstorms too that we had. Anyway, and this trip we ended up camping next to rare long-eared owls, and they were nesting with babies, 2 twins. And so I have like awesome photos of that too, because I'm a photographer, if you can't tell. So anyway, I'm a big outdoors person, which is why I've had and it was in solo hiking too. So I will say that actually I've been hiking, I've had like a bear encounter from like a tent with some friends in Wisconsin, but it was like minor, nothing like we didn't even see it. So that kind of, and I've seen one from a car before and like a few times, but this time I was actually solo hiking, or all 3 times I was solo hiking. And the first time ever was this cub. I'll pull up my my little video of it so you guys can see. And then the other 2 times I couldn't get my camera in time. Many times I don't bring it. I don't bring my phone or my camera because there's just times where I don't want to have my electronics. It's not always about that. Anyway, and so
Yeah. I feel like this shit isn't even mine. Anyway, these electronics, you know what I mean?
oh yeah.
I don't even feel like they're
So
mine, dude.
you know my background, right? I just
Well,
had
I don't even.
started
I do.
imaging-
Yeah, I've had a QEEG done.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
For
Yeah.
seizures? For seizures?
For brain mapping.
Oh, wait. Like because you were an experiment, or for what do you mean?
One of my
He's an
friends.
experiment, all right.
Yeah.
Nice.
If I
But
am,
yeah,
then
what
you.
were you for?
Yeah, I don't know. One of my friends went to a DARPA college and stayed for like 7 years and saw the fucking, I guess, horrific whatever bullshit, micro targeting, algorithm based bullshit that they can do. They claim 98% accurate with 98% accuracy. I haven't, like, I don't have these answers, he was
No,
like,
I know.
he
Okay.
knows these answers, but like,
Well,
yeah,
like
I hadn't seen him in like 15 years, and it just turns out that, I used to play sports with him, and yeah, and he has his own whatever business, and like
so
some
like
sort of patented
in real time,
technology, but
and in real time, I was doing sleep studies like all the time, which included EEG. It wasn't like isn't always. I shouldn't say like we did do more full EEG, but we weren't necessarily trained as like full on like an EEG tech. But for me and all my research and hours spent watching brain activity, leads
do you
to
want
a
to know
lot of.
what I think? Do you know what I think? I could be mistaken from what I remember him saying, but I do remember him bringing up something called the warrior gene, and that the system seeks out people with the warrior gene and it tries to take them out. So I don't know if you guys know what the fucking warrior gene is, because I never looked into it, because I was like tired that day and didn't feel like learning about the warrior gene, but now it seems relevant.
Yes and no, because I think that that might be a little propaganda to make you think that only certain people have it. And if anything, like then all of us do, because
Yeah,
it's
I don't
probably
know.
like autism and the kind of joke in our community. It's like just a cluster of autism.
No, it's like
It's either wait,
traffic
real quick.
down super soldiers or something. I don't know.
And I just want to make one joke really quick, and I promise Cecil, go ahead. But it's either autism or toxic plasmosis that brought us together. As I say that, can you hear my cat purring?
You want to hear my definition of autism?
Yeah.
If somebody said something in a tone that you don't like, but they are correct and it hurts your feelings, that is autism.
Wait, no, because sometimes that with autism they have like literal no feelings from that, like they disassociate.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor. I was just joking, honestly.
Well, I'm just saying I have. Well, yeah, and he's totally different than somebody like me. I'm AUDHD, and it does connect. So I have like a touch of Asperger's. No surprise, right, guys?
Can I get some ass fries and some ass shake?
Well, that comes with the Team Snoo, and that might only be for one. Party for one.
I thought Asperger's was like an antiquated term by now. I forget.
It's a what term?
Antiquated.
All right.
Hilarious. Uh-oh. He'll be back.
Possibly.
No, I don't think you will.
What's going on, Mo? You don't mind that? I've actually never asked you that, so I'm going to ask you live. Do you like, is that not a, don't call you Mo? Is that okay if I ever call you Mo?
No, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, Mohammed is fine. Mo is fine. People always call me that. And even yeah.
Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, no, people call me all types of stuff. They call me Mo. They call me Mohammed. They call me Mohammed. Mohammed.
Nice, yeah.
There's also Hassam. People call me Hassam. People call me Hassam. People call me Sam. People call me
You are my
Mr.
brother, but
Kane.
you are handsome.
Yeah. Yeah, Muhammad Hassam. That's my name for real. But yeah.
Handsome, right? I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. I'm having fun.
But yeah, thank you guys for being here with me. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna wrap this one up for today. Such a random assortment of people. I do thank you guys so much for being here because nobody actually clicked the link except for you guys. But the regular show is tomorrow. So as many people as show up here, I see there's 16 people watching. Please come back tomorrow. You guys, this is not the it's not the way, my friends. The way is
What's
Wednesday.
the topic? What's the idea for tomorrow?
Well, it's just a continuation. I did a little hour-long presentation. It was pretty good on Kant. Combining all of the ideas and opinions. So we're looking at these 4 words on the screen there on the bottom. Actually, there's only 3 of them. I keep thinking there's 4, thinking that I wrote 4, but I accidentally wrote 3 by accident. But it's mythos, logos, theos, and mechanos. 4 words that we're defining to get to the mechanistic worldview. How did we get to the mechanistic worldview? How did we get into this problem? Thinking that nature is machines. It's a problem. Leopard print. There's a spirit. I can't wait. Exactly.
Sad trombone.
what I'd like to do, because I've never actually done this. I've never done a presentation on with some EEG and doing some references and showing the stages like of awake, what that looks like, and versus sleep as well, and the intrusion of tech.
Oh, yeah,
And so
that
kind
ties
of
in
what we would
perfectly.
see. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I've
because
talked about it
like Kant.
enough. I would like to back it up finally. So people are like, oh, this is,
Yeah.
but I talk about this that we had to remove phones from the study because it wasn't artifact, which, if you sweat, that's artifact. I have to go in, I have to fix the lead so they sit properly. This was interference. We had to literally remove it or turn it off.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's wild. And
Some real shit.
yeah, and also, what does it say about the mind? It means that Kant's wrong about the mind. It can't just be like the information coming in from the outside.
And I think we've discussed, because I could also bring this example up though. What I need to do is cut the video so that doesn't show as copyright, because I know how to, alter it enough and use the audio at least. But there's a segment that was done, and it's by the Superhumans with a Shaolin monk, and what they do and what they go through when they're going into initiation. I know, I'm pretty sure I've discussed this, so if I'm repeating to all of you, I appreciate your patience with me. I do think this is super relevant for us to remind ourselves of, but they were literally rewiring their brain activity so they were no longer feeling pain, or they were putting that pain sensor into a different placement on their lobes, and they did it through brain scans. And again, they compared it enough that the analysis is, you can't deny it. It's in your face. And this is again, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
That'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, what do you think dreams are, sir?
And this is kind of personal, but recently I've been talking to somebody who I actually have not met in depth, enough to kind of know their personal past and history, and somebody that they lost in their lives. And I think it might have only been like 2 weeks ago now, or maybe less, excuse me. This person who passed away came to me in my dream, because and actually I knew I was dreaming, because what happened is right before this person appeared, this Siberian tiger came into my dream, and it obviously came in like a rush, and so the vividness, and that's what people explained with lucid. So when I watched that with your brain activity, and there's something that they talk about with the level of activity you can get, and there's something called gamma with that brainwave, and that's mostly seen actually in REM, though you can achieve it in certain sometimes. And I'm not a big advocate of like permanent meditation in the terms of like what that can do to your brain activity, because most people don't realize too that when you go into like theta activity, which is where I actually have a little short about this video, so I could share that too. When you're a child, you actually are mostly in that lower act, or in this like sort of looser vibrational state, because a lot of us adults are in alpha, and you actually are in a hypnotic like state. So your brain is sort of, more what's the word I'm looking for? Not weak, but
More suggestible.
Thank you. Exactly. And there's some other words I'm thinking of too, but I think you know what I'm saying. Like it's more mold. Like you can mold the brain into what you want it to be. And we know this. And there's also a lot of research done on the rebel states and different times of your development and how that affects you. So especially when we all know as teenagers in that rebellion state to some extent. So depending on your environment and your atmosphere, like you are more susceptible to developing a certain pattern based on that rebellion and carrying that with you. But that's also connected to trauma, and we all know about epigenetic mutation. So
That's very fascinating. I had a second question, but seeing how the first question went, I think I'll hold it to later.
so
because
I
you,
will be by tomorrow. I appreciate you so much. Like,
yeah,
I
because you are
talk about
just
this.
booming. Yeah, you're booming with information, which is good.
You're my
Because if
brother,
you
like
ask,
to another level.
yeah,
You
because
hold so much space for me, so thank you.
yeah, it's real though. Because if you ask most people what a dream is, they won't say shit. They're just dumb fucks. So
Well, right in the irony of my career, and I also like I had a reoccurring nightmare. I could get into this at the age of 4. And so I used to tell, and I also had sleep paralysis, which is often more associated with narcolepsy. So when I talked to the neurologist sleep doctor I work for, which is rare because they're often pulmonologists, and there's a huge difference. And he was one of the OG docs. Like this man is the guidance I got and the stories I could tell you. He was dumbfounded by my own personal experience. And then to add the lucid dreaming to it and what I understand and what I could tell you about what REM sleep looks like versus awake. Like there are times where you get a patient and they're awake, looks like they're in a dream state. But I've also had patients with something called REM behavior disorder where they literally are up, walking around, acting out their dream. So their brain activity is fully in dream state and their EMG, which is their muscles, are in full awake mode. it's it's crazy. Anyway, we'll go into it. I'll talk more about it and I'm going to shut up because thank you so much. And everybody have a good night.
for sure, for sure. And I also want to ask you about this idea of a tabula rasa. We'll bring that back around. And try to work into that concept, philosophy of mind. I know you're gonna have lots of unique ideas into that arena of thought. What is the mind? What is consciousness? And the way we use machines and the way we interact with technology, obviously, you know, has many prescriptive lens and also goes back to the inner framework of how we experience things and how we experience our creative faculties, all of that type of stuff. But yeah, thank you for everyone for being here. Propagudo. Yo, who is that? Real talk. Is that Silent Darkness or oh
That's
no,
Uh,
that's Cecil. What the fuck?
Proper Guido.
All right, yeah,
Guido.
I guess that's Cecil. Yeah,
Proper
what's up?
Guido.
All right, so Cecil, thank you for being here. Blessings. You got something to say to these people? I think Lanza was here too. Yeah. Thank you, Lanza.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Don't look like a purple potato. It doesn't really work out for me. The reason for the name was is you were talking about some weird word earlier, like proper gui.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, I'll just be a proper Guido. But I'm actually
Purple potato.
yeah, a purple potato. But um, yeah, you
We
know what
love
I'm
you.
saying?
Purple potato.
Yeah, yeah, I look like a sickly purple potato. But
Yeah, this is the word of the day, folks. It is what it is.
Propaedeutic.
Propadude.
Propedeutic. Propedeutic. Propedeutic.
Wow. That sounds like Bex's voice. Wow.
It
Anyway,
kind
how
of
appropriate.
does. Sounds like propajudic.
Some wild shit.
So you're saying Bex is like a freaking AI construct? Dude, there's a lot of people around these
I know
YouTubes.
she's been talking to Chat GPT, but it's probably just because her voice is amazing. I mean, she has probably one of the best voices on here. Like melodically, sound wise, her articulation,
Yeah.
Anyway, I haven't been around in a million years, so but I know that woman, so that's all I have to say.
Could be talking with ChatGPT right now.
Yeah, but there's certain when you have dreams about people who pass, I don't know. I've also had other experiences beyond that. There's a certain like level of where you just know. There's certain people where you know for sure they're fake, where there's something off and you can't let it go. Like I could sit here and name names, but that's not what it's about because TML is trying to end a show. And I appreciate the soapbox, so I'm gonna step down, and Cecil will, we'll connect soon. But you get it, I get it. It's about real and fucking raw.
I used to be in like the REM state when I was a little kid, and then I would get up and try to
Beta.
go. No, I would wake up. So it's like when I wake up, normally the first thing I need to do is go to the bathroom. But I was like sleeping, but I would get up and like try to go to the bathroom in the closet. And my mom would be like, "Wake up! You're
Delta.
sleepwalking. You're
Yeah, that's
sleepwalking."
Delta. That's
Yeah.
stage 3. It's not actually that uncommon with children. You usually grow out of it.
Oh yeah, I never did it again more than like maybe a half a dozen times.
I lived in an apartment complex and had a close friend growing up, and she actually almost walked into a quarry, and they actually had her doors triple locked for this reason because it wasn't the first time she did it. This is the irony with my job. Anyway, and so she ended up like fucking feet, was like walking into the water when they caught her.
Wow.
Yeah, blessings. Yeah, thank you for being here, Cecil.
No problem.
Yeah, what about you, Reddington?
It's just wild in these streets as usual.
Yeah, shit's been it's been a real test for real. Blessings. And yeah, Sarah, what you got for us? Yeah.
I'm just gonna repeat: real and raw. Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, real talk. And yeah, we'll have me and hopefully Sarah and Reddington and everyone back here. No blessings. I'm gonna throw you here. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here with me on the Machine Lies. And yeah, I'm sorry to cut you guys off like that. It's just the whole thing is just 3 hours and it's midnight. So yeah, to the people on the panel, definitely they know how to get in contact with me. I love these guys. And I love you guys. Right? The thing is that, all you guys that are here, I really, really appreciate you guys being here with me. I really, really appreciate, the time we're spending together. I like the topics and I like the energy that people bring around the different ideas and things. And, if I had a professional capacity where I talked about these things, I was like a famous person or, maybe a writer, well known, I still find time to talk to my friends and make time in the little engagements, with the people. I've always done philosophy in the little alleyways, behind the little music events and with the people that are selling the drugs and that type of thing. So, it's always been that type of deal. But we had some interesting characters here, and I try to put the call out for any and all characters. who may be persuaded to come by, or a little challenge, you know, maybe even have an interaction at our expense, right? Laugh at us, make clips of us. You know, we had all that in the past. You know, things were funner back then. You know, but now times are serious. Things are getting a little loaded, you know, with material insights. Ooh, times they are changing. You know, but we're changing with the times, right? Cyber caliphate. A little something new, a little something old. You know what I mean? Paranoid chilling. You know, little something wild, but a little something that's calm for you. The rugged tranquility. You know what I mean? But yeah, blessings. Thank you guys for being here with us. You know, and thanks for spending all this time with us. You know what I mean? And you know, we'll talk to you guys very soon. Thank you for joining us here on the Machine Lies, where we talk about the lies of the machine on the machine that lies. And I hope you have clarity to see through the lies, my friends. The first step to blinding somebody is getting them to open their eyes. And the first step to seeing beyond the programming is to realize those forces that impinge upon your freedom. And I'm going to play some music for you guys. You know, it's past midnight where I'm at, so I got to shut this one down. I'm going to go ahead and try to get some sleep to prepare for the show tomorrow night, where we'll be discussing Kant, also reading the Manifesto Kaczynski. You know, we'll bring in things about technology and, you know, different ideas about that, you know, as we can, you know. So see if people have news and ideas about technology, right, that might function for a, you know, for a sort of way, you know, a way to bring us into the issues there, right? Last time we brought forward some sort of cutting edge research, the military, right, industrial complex, right, looking at some of these things, you know. And yeah, the results were alarming when you compare them with Kaczynski's analysis. You know, the situation seems extremely dire. But yeah, uh, it's important to look at these things, right? Because we look at how complex, you know, those issues of our time have become, right? Given our present needs, right? The complexity of ideas, ideologies, right? You know, and I think ideologies and man as a symbol making animal, right? You know, it all goes back to technique, technology, right? But yeah, blessings. Indeed, blessings. Thank you guys. You know, mindful exposures. Thank you to Sarah. You know, Sarah said Bex has a radio voice, but Sarah's got a pretty radio voice too. You know what I mean? As does my buddy Mikey. You know, he's got an excellent radio voice. You know, we're blessed to have many people on the panel that are very astute analysts of our current situation. You know what I mean? And also, you know, one thing they have in common is they want to build, you know, real, tangible, practical needs, right? Because they're actually concerned about the state that humanity's in. Thank you guys for joining us here. You know, I know my friend Trad Culture said something similar to that. You know, he wants to talk about humanity. I mean, the concerns, you know, even though maybe we might disagree about all that stuff, about the techniques, right? we still agree on the need, right? For all that, right? Anyways, thank you guys. And I'll talk to you all soon, okay?
Toss and turn and dreams of murder. Someone's killing me, it changes. There's nights, I'm on the killing spree. All done, cold blood, waking up in cold sweats. This is such a cold world, conscious getting death threats, shadows choking me. My last breath lets out my body. There's a conspiracy, my mind and my body's not really down with me. Me against the whole world. It's a little deeper, me against myself. I fight the grim reaper, swing sickle. I got my Glock, bust rounds off, demented, schizophrenic. I know this sounds off to you. I do not lie when I doze off spirits. Hope I die. Whatever, angels waste the time. They work together, scheme and plot on me. Cause I'm the son of man. I hear voices from a dog like son of Sam. Don't give a damn if the bullets fill me. I don't wanna live. I hope they kill me. Put me out my misery. I'm left in misery. I kill all my enemies. Cause I love company. Those who seek me are called wise men. Or either wise guys. I pray you comprehend and realize I'm condemned. No rest, homicidal dreams. My cellmate, all he do is scream out loud how he wants to go home. That's funny, I'm here all alone, locked in a single cell. His back's bleeding, he's cold as hell, and I'm hoping they turn on some heat. I call the CO to bring some extra sheets. Where'd he go? He walked the walls, run halls, I pray he teach me. They don't see him, mental health try to reach me. I said please see how he feel. They said he's alright but he's not real. Evaluations say I suffer from depression, hallucinations, subconscious, what they guessing. I'm here doing years, I'm stressing. Medicate me, sedate me, want me to rest in. Don't take it cause he said that won't be best in. He said I need his help and he needs me. Nigga, you walk the walls, go home, you're free. Home, that was far and he was turned off cause his wings was burnt off. The lesson was learn, communicate with one. I was chosen cause I'm God's son.
And I'm the retarded one. Out in the streets, you won't survive with whack ass beats.
We can see that.
These days and times, plus how we get ours with rhymes. To my metal face bros with stomachs of cast iron, who been into winning blast till the last siren. On the slow mo, the con artist with the so-so chick to my like how you get the slow down Milosevic. Anywho, how about the Yankees? Once I leave off stage, the party people thanks me. If I may speak freely, nasty like the freaky deaky antelope, sleazy, speak easy. Been any fan of the limelight, in the mic stand with nothing but stick of dynamite. It's risky business like hand-to-hand crack sale. The rappers who's better off on the cover of Black Tail. Jumping to who's a fat, who's that, who cats who do magic, be like, tell me how you do's that, heck no. Especially those who cop please like Gecko. Let go to Mike, do techno. Ha ha, the bets and bust out laughing at the bet. For no reason he get cussed out like Tourette. Get tight flow to make her bad ass stutter, or even crack the spine from a man fast cutter. But wordplay since third grade age. Back when we used to play bang, open birdcage. Hip hop, Benny Hill, sip Henny straight, get every penny weight, then he chill. At any rate, my metal face holds with tongue, or these eye ring. Do yourself, I will continue to do my thing like kung fu fighting. Everybody was fighting. And the super villain strike again like lightning at the same spot. Now what's the chance of that? And a name drop like pick a name out the hat. That's a no job from the lava canava who vote player out the rap gang like Sabab while I drop degrees like a nerve cat. With intense speech from way back and spin on your back and then freeze. While I play high ball, low ball to zero. So-called rhymers, don't call Cleo while I steal the show like thought so try hiking. Super duper stars need auto tricycling. Sometimes the men, mostly from the women. I hear voices saying that's a super villain. Mostly from the woman, I hear voices. Super villain.
The reason you know me, but I don't know you. You really wanna know what crime is? Let me show you.
Keeping in mind, this is just one point of view. Drama is living in a third world country, fucked up but hungry without no money. Drama is trying to adjust to the circumstance, missing more than one leg or more than one hand. Drama is being chased off your land by a funny looking man in a suit that works for the bank. Drama is what's happening to the ecosystem and the animals it feeds. It damage the trees, the rainforests that get destroyed annually. Damage to just me who cares about the air that we breathe. Drama is the nuclear threat that we live with. One bomb and everybody's dead, that's some sick shit. Drama is HIV statistics, the affected person that you might have sex with. Life goes on, but drama is living with the afterthought that maybe you could have prevented it. Drama is imminent, comes in other forms. The sick pedophiles who support child porn. Never mind the offenders, think about what the victims go through, what the fuck they gotta live with. Drama is the prison population. Some belong there, but also some belong on probation. Drama is not being able to change one thing, cause the system you live in says you ain't shit. Drama is corporate scandal. Drama is a handful of COs playing you for the damn fool. Drama is being a millionaire, but you gotta recoup half the budget from your 10% share. Drama is having one too many women, even though you always need to spare one swimming. Drama is dealing with your jealous impulses, learning how to hold it all in with no emotion. Drama is blind devotion. Drama is having your deepest secrets exposed in the open. Drama is having your heart broken, and the person who broke it doesn't even motherfucking notice. Drama is trying to carry the burden all by yourself on your shoulders, and it don't exist. Drama is being falsely accused. Drama is the latest news. Drama is what gives people clues. Drama is a tool you can use to distract the enemy so they can never improve. Drama is fear of devils and fear of God. Drama is a long, hard tech support death job. Drama is the life of an up-and-coming actor, rapper, athlete, building contractor. Drama is a rookie cop calling for backup. Three-strike perpetrator that's gang tatted up. Drama is the spin zone of a politician. Drama is K-Solo when he said the rhyme did it. Drama is the struggle of change. Drama is inevitable, there is no other way. Drama is what drains life force out of you. Drama is negative, but drama can empower you. Drama is love, drama is pain. Drama exists in everything, every day. Drama is the yin, drama is the yang. Drama is the innate nature of man. Drama contracts, drama expands.
It's the unseen hand running scams on you. On you. On you. On you. The unseen hand running scams on you. On you.
Listen to these rhymes, it can change your life. Rearrange your right flows. You see a strange flow of life when I hold a mic and you in tornado like Dolomite. You won't be left alive. There's no rapper that can survive the F5.
Turbulent skies like Bermuda Triangle. I'm in your brain paranormal. Your eyes is turning red. Lodge it in your skull with the microchip so you don't forget how we inflict the mic with the fatal serum.
Circumpolar, colder than Siberian flash floods in your bloodstream, circulating like tuberculosis. Left you comatose with the overdosage on you post. Implosive in the epicenter of commotion. Then jettison using vibe-inspired propulsion and keep coasting. Our legend seeps beyond the coast and grow to mythic proportions. Avoiding the unseen hand.
Yeah, watch out.
It's the unseen hand running scams on you.
You playing mind tricks.
Mind tricks.
Imitators claiming brand new.
Brand new.
Man, that ain't
It ain't shit. It's the unseen hand running scams on you. You playing mind tricks. Mind tricks. I know you keep these imitators claiming brand new. Y'all ain't shit.
Same struggling in your environment like you got shot up with Jacob's ladder. Buzzing off the nitrous oxide, the antimatter. Techniques is unfreakable. These MCs can't touch them. End up blushing to death from the destructiveness. You know, rupturing the discs in your lower back when I explore the track. It's like task hit, but no guns blasting or lights flashing. Coming in harassing your spot, shutting down production.
Prepare for reconstructing surgery on your mind frame, but it'll probably take more than a microscope to find your brain. All that psychotic, gibberish is idiotic. This couldn't come off the top if they was fatally blinded. See my reflection shining through your eyelids, measuring like pilots, propelling my compounders with the eye of Osiris. While they regulate my testicle temperature, we off in this. You better know your process.
It's the unseen hand when it stands on you. Playing mind tricks.
I know you peep these imitators claiming brand new. Man, that's ancient. Don't even ingest, not even ingest. I understand the text with immense width and breadth and chest crushing depth to get your heads rushing. But it's too quick, you get the bend, so quit your venture hither. I hear ya, like the grither, got something for ya. Await your fake phalanx to bring it to ya. In melees, afflict you with some mental malaise. When we meet her, just give me the mic and cannabis.
You need a psychoanalyst because your life is so scandalous. On the mic, you can't handle us, be tight when we standing. But rap so grand it's crushing glamorous amateurs and hauling all this garbage off to the scavengers. Eat up, these fools weak and butt. Don't even speak what about styles I can damage yours. You can't imagine or understand, but you know that I'm the man with more. And you're nigga right.
It's the unseen hand running scams on you.
Playing mind tricks. I know you peeped it. Imitators claiming brand new. And that's ancient.
It's the unseen hand running scams on you.
Playing mind tricks. I know you peeped these imitators claiming brand new.
How many were here the night when I was here a few months back? Raise your hand. Let's see. Thank you so much. I'm speaking on think and act now. Thoughts determine what you want. Actions determine what you get. Say it with me out loud. Thoughts determine what you want. Action determines what you get. Okay? Act now. Think. Act now. Think. Act now. Think. Act now. You know the heartbreaker about a lot of people's dreams that never become a reality? All they ever do is think about them. They don't act on it. Because they have a fear if they act on it, they may not get that dream. But I guarantee you're not going to ever get anything with your thoughts until you put actions to back it up. That's going to be tonight. You be here. Be here early. It's going to be a great night. Think. Act now. Think. Act now. These tongues are difficult to bridle. You can cut someone's character, cut someone's qualifications, and cut someone's morals. Thoughts determine what you want. Actions determine what you get. Say it with me out loud. Thoughts determine what you want. Action determines what you get. Okay. Thoughts determine what you want. Actions determine what you get. Think. Act now. Think. Act now. Think. Act. Say it with me out loud. Now. Think. Act now. Think. Don't you know everybody went down with that flood? Glad he put some action with his thoughts. Thoughts, action with his thoughts. You know the heartbreaker about a lot of people's dreams that never become a reality? All they ever do is think about it. They don't act on it. Because they have a fear if they act on it, they may not get that dream. But I guarantee you're not going to ever get anything with your thoughts until you put actions to back it up. That's going to be tonight. You be here. Be here early. Think. Act now. It's going to be a great night. Act now. Think. Act now. Stay with me out loud. Think. Act now. Thoughts determine what you want. Actions determine what you get. Stay with me out loud. Thoughts determine what you want. Action determines what you think. Act now. Think. Act now. Think. Act now. Think. Act now. Okay? That's gonna be tonight. You be here. Be here early. It's gonna be a great night.
those two walls and that ceiling meet, where you'll be peeling me from when the dreams become abilities. The trilogy of growth, I'm at the second level, where every word is special and I'm lost inside the echoes. And when it settles, I touch that third stage. I shuck these mental shackles and blast my way out of that bird cage. Earthquake signifies an active foundation. It's got the posture aching, keeps my head out of these constellations. From this high, I may identify the obstacles. When I get this high, my head becomes a hospital. Voices bitching and bickering, complaining that they sick and injured, bleeding and hungry. Give me my tourniquets. Feed them nourishment and include it with the diluted juice and bruised fruits I distributed. Who knew they wounds would heal so quick? Who knew the passion would become fashion and get them fastened onto the dick? Might as well have let them penetrate. The view from here shook me, looking at rookies that try to emulate. Take the time to break the rhymes down for what you gather. Only after will I climb to the rafter without my ladder.
Stability, overseer, stand over, ability, hover, provide contraceptive and meteor showers. The sky is falling, the earth is collapsing, seas freeze. Seize my support, structure you simmer. I may shake but provide shade upon your living mass. Granted, I'm branded with a limestone trim. So your epicenter splinters to shambles while the lights turn dim. Sheets stop bellowing, hug your teddy bears. And stand towards the light in my center. Cynical minds mind your master. It's only a shame that their rock slide, landing on your backside. Who needs to walk you laymen? Spend all of your time inside. I see it all, I saw it all, I encase it all. And with all my power, they should have built more columns for me. The ball's still rolling, there's only 2 pins left, brother. Whether above or upon, I promise to always provide some cover. Quit breathing so much, this ain't comfortable for me. But I was more affordable than the ones that they had built in the early 90s. Oh my, look at those memories, listen to them complain. Some bitch about champagne, others talk about how they should have took the train. Regardless of your stature, status, or economical bubble, I'm still on top of your world, even if it's a pile of rubble.
Dripping through, walking on, hanging from, peeling off, dripping through, walking on, hanging from, peeling off. What in the name of human built this ceiling? How industrious it must have been. Awful continuous to span those reaches and rays. Not a wall, empty space only between. No corners, ceiling, the lid perceived on a system of physical laws. How high being among the first 3? You can't touch it.